Exactly. So she just starts absolutely fucking ramming it down. It's like, wow, pow, poncho.
You're aware though, you'll never be able to get it back in after the first one, right?
I already used it once. Put it back into the bag.
Two peas in a pod, one's a tonic, one's a golf. Sailing through the storm, ain't scared of storm. Lost but never eaten, navigating rough seas. Fighting through.
When you're playing it.
No, that's good. We'll play that. I know why, you know.
You still got your headphones plugged in.
I think I clicked headphones actually. Or it might just be coming out the wrong
Oh, I need to fucking get some fucking money soon. I want to get Power World for PlayStation. I'm hoping it's split screen, but I don't think it is.
What was that?
Power World. Actually, something let's just fucking Google it if I have a question.
There you go. Put it in the wrong folder.
I don't know what that's like. Did I ever tell you the story of Tiki Tiki Tembo? I did tell you the story of Tiki Tiki Tembo.
Two peas in a pod, one's a tonic, one's a golf. Sailing through the storm, ain't scared of storm. Lost but never eaten, navigating rough seas. Fighting through the chaos just to spread some laughs and tease. We're two peas in a pod, joking through the night. Storming through the madness to bring you light. Comic in a gall, what a quirky sight. Tune in, busy listeners, for a ride that's dynamite.
Welcome everybody to this beautiful pod that we love and we invite you into. It's a green pod, there are two peas in it and I am one of them, your comedic baby face, everybody's favourite laughing stock. And the other P is a bit off, he's a bit dark, he's a bit goth. How you doing, Evil Hipppy?
You call me fucking rotten?
I did actually, and I didn't mean to.
That's rather... No, I suppose it's fair enough, because I can't...
Well, they can't see you, they ain't got a clue. You could be totally rotten to them.
Oh, I'm just fucking...
You could be Chinese.
No.
You could be... Oh, yeah, well, hold on, Jesus. It's a bit of racial... something there. I can't think of the word. Racial something.
I've got a very fantastic British accent for a lovely Chinese bloke.
Outside smell. Since I've opened the window, I can smell something. I think it's outside.
Hello, I smell cold air. It's nice.
Maybe that's it then.
You can smell fresh air, Carl. That's what it is.
Fresh doesn't smell right to me.
I'm dying.
Proper smells. I mean, it must be outside. There must be something just...
Could be anything.
My microphone smell. Maybe it's that. I'm just saying about smelling ever since that fucking... ever since I got racism by the man in the shop.
Oh, the racism defense, yes.
I haven't been back yet.
Well, of course not.
I was meant to, no, because I like that shop. That's the problem. I like that shop. It's open 24 hours here in Romania.
You can like a shop, but then you get one arsehole. That's it. Oh, fuck, am I going back?
You know what? I said when it's the one that always works on the night.
Oh, so you're bound to always bump into the... See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, you might be a bit far away from the mic there, to be fair. I should check, actually. I should have a look at the levels before I say you're too far away or anything. Because I can just turn your level up, too.
Oh, turn me
I
down.
see. You need to.
Oh. I don't know. I don't think so. Is that not better?
Obviously that'll be better.
Da.
You might have to hold on to the legs, you know.
Oh, turn me up, Daddy. No.
Oh, yeah, I'll just turn you up, actually. Yeah, you're not... Oh, you know what? You were a lot more turned down than me.
Oh, you're a gobshite now. You don't need to turn up anymore.
I need to...
Oh, excuse me.
I have learned I don't talk as loud as I think I do.
You talk louder than me.
Huh?
Talk louder than me.
I think that's just because now when it comes to mics, I know I need to project a bit more, you know.
I'm just a mumbler.
I always was too. I do think that was a big part of what I did on stage, because I never ever thought about projecting my voice on stage. And there were so many times when I'd tell a joke and it was almost like people didn't even get what I said. And I think that might be part of it now.
I think for me, the only time I project my voice is if I'm trying to say something silly or something stupid or do impersonation or something like that.
Well, I bet for doing this for a bit, you'll start projecting your voice a bit more. Well, that's weird though, considering like me, you worked on the phone a lot. But as I said, I've only just started to think about it. So.
Oh, the phone voice, that's different.
That is, yeah.
You know, you have to project it then. You just got to portray intelligence and a bit of class.
We do project it as well though. It's just, you don't really think, it's like a different kind of thing. Maybe that makes us not want to do it. Because I know when I say we, like I'm still working at a call centre, but I feel like I still have all the PTSD from it.
I know for me, I don't like talking on the phone outside of work anymore.
Oh no, I hate it.
So if I can avoid it,
yeah,
I generally try to. So like if there's an option to have a chat via text with the business, is like, ooh, that's more tempting if I'm honest, because quite frankly, it's, can I really be asked to? Especially sometimes it depends on what it is. If I need to get down to the bottom of some shit, and some people need to get a verbal spanking, then
so as soon as you're a bit annoyed with something, it's easier to project it.
Oh yeah, when I That's what it is. Like, I can never project myself as an arsehole, though. I was like, I can be angry, but I'll still be bloody polite.
Yeah. You're annoyed, but
I'm absolutely furious. It's
I
not
think
your fault, though.
that is kind of the time when a lot of confident people come. Like, you see whether someone's confident or not. Is like something like that. You don't think about it when you get annoyed. You either just go away into a shell, or you. But then again, going into a shell doesn't mean you're not confident either. It just means you can't be fucked a bit.
Oh yeah, to be fair, yeah. Sometimes
I realise what I'm saying. Yeah,
if I want a problem fixed, I'd rather than shout and scream and moan about it. Like, this is my problem. What are you going to do about it?
Oh yeah.
This is a service I'm paying for. How are you going to get me off the phone today, resolving my query? That's what I ask.
I get annoyed on the phone now. This is the thing. As you know, like for like ages, I always had an issue. Like I was never really able to get that angry. Like I just never got angry. But then like apart from when I was drunk and like actually no, even in like the fights and stuff with like the chabby people when he's hanging with them, chabby people like Hula and L and stuff. Even then, I never really got angry. I was just in the situation where I had to kind of act like that. I never really felt angry still. But over the last couple of years, like COVID time and all since then, I think I've learned to get angrier.
Oh, COVID was frustrating though.
It was more after COVID for me. I enjoyed lockdown. Lockdown was great. I missed it.
It was good for a while, and
good the whole time.
I think I remember like when we started working from home, it was like, oh, this is big, this is great, this is.
You still like
and
it?
Then 3 months later, I don't know. I like working from home because I can get straight into my life.
Yeah, exactly. Your family's right there.
Because obviously with my current life, when if I ever go to the office, it's a fucking 14-hour day. I got to get fucking 5 o'clock to get showered, fed, get my bag packed.
Well, your day starts before you really even think about work.
Yeah, my day starts at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't do nothing with the kids, and I'm literally just focused on getting out of the house and going to work.
Oh, in the morning, yeah, that's good.
So I'm usually out of the house before they even wake up at 7.
Oh, yeah.
I'm heading to the stop
by
then.
The little one too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. He's sleeping through them more now.
He's actually sleeping really fucking well. He's not. He didn't. Not so much last night because he had his injections, but
there'll be always
he's sleeping from 7 till about 6 in the morning.
Wow, that's really good.
Crazy.
Well done, man. That's good to get him in that early.
It's all Madam's doing, mate. She's a fucking.
Yeah, but you keeping the other stuff chill means that she can do that more. Though.
Well, that's the thing. Together. I mean, she's not too pleased that she has to put up with, like, I think she gets her mum over on the Tuesdays now when they come to do the podcast.
Guess what?
Gets her mum over to help her out. She'll feel a bit bad. But then I suppose at the same time.
Yeah, but you need your own time too. You need time away.
It's just Madam needs her own time. That's why I don't mind her going out and letting her hair down and all that. Yeah. It's like, I can watch the both of them. One of them might be dead. But, But generally,
I can watch him die. It's fine.
I can watch them both. But if they both start fucking coming at me, one of them is going to be used as a blunt instrument. No,
I know you're joking.
It is difficult though. I ain't gonna fucking lie.
Oh, it is hard. Man.
That's why I feel really bad when I'm doing this, having a chat and then having a bit of a laugh, and she's probably there fucking.
Yeah, but it's the same thing when she's out, on the phone.
Oh yeah,
that's how it works.
Obviously,
that's why it's good having the team that you can do that.
Yeah, on Thursdays, obviously the wee man's is kickboxing. And I take over for the night shift.
Yeah,
for the youngest, and generally because Madam's better at the night shift stuff than I am, I usually look after the bigger one.
Yeah,
sometimes it gives me cheek. He gives his mum cheek sometimes, and me, I just don't tolerate it.
Hey man, it's a good way to be.
I think one of the times he gave me, I can't remember what he said. So he said something really fucking annoying to me. So I grabbed him by the ear and dragged him to the bathroom. I was like, time to brush your teeth, mate, and go for a wee and go to bed. And he's like, no. Fucking, I don't think he swore. He's like, freaking no, Dad. I was like, come here.
Even when they say freaking, he's still like, I know what you're saying, though.
It irked me.
Yeah, I get it.
I love the kid to death, but sometimes it's just, come on, go to bed, mate. Just do me a favor. Just work with me here, man. I've had a long day.
Man, this is the thing. Like, I'm obviously not living with my kids now. As I don't know to you, I don't know if the people listening would know, but obviously they're a lot older, so I was still there doing all the young stuff. So I get it completely.
Oh man,
like TJ, like he was when we had the second one, he was quite easy. He was super. Max was hard. TJ was quite easy, but I think we were just a lot more chill about it. For that one, I know I was. I was super chill about it. Then.
I'm lucky because obviously I don't have to. Because everyone always goes, "Oh, your second one will be feral. Your second one will be feral." So,
not really. I heard the opposite.
No, they always say the second one will be feral because you're too busy fucking looking after the first one. But I find that's only with small gaps between your kids. Yeah, if you've got like 1 or 2 year gap between your kids, the second one probably will be feral because you're trying to look after the bloody first one.
3 years at least is in my opinion, the perfect minimum.
I've gone a bit farther than that now.
But I mean, at least
8 years between mine.
Wow, I didn't even. Wow, yeah, damn, I didn't even realize that.
So one of them's 18, the other one will be 10.
Wow, that's quite cool though, because like they'll have the older brother first of all. The older brother will have the younger one to be like protective over, and also he'll learn the stuff from him.
Hopefully, but at the same time, it's like they're not going to have that same kind of like closer connection that some siblings have. So
no, but they'll have a more like protective probably connection.
Well, I can imagine
because it's very rivalry. Like Max and TJ, they're like 3 years between them, so it's similar, but not Yeah,
but they're closer in age, so they'll have a closer thing.
But because of that, they argue about shit a lot more.
Oh.
So
I suppose like
they're similar. They want the same things to do the same things, etc. Max is obviously getting a bit older now, but that just makes TJ want to be older too.
He wants to do what his older brothers do.
Yeah, he's seeing the things that he'll be doing in like 3 years and this, etc.
Yeah, because obviously, my wee man, obviously, he's going to experience not having later bedtime than the younger one. The younger one's probably going to fucking protest.
Oh yeah, well, it's a hard look.
Just literally
it's hard look, isn't it?
Take a hose to that protest.
Yeah, there's no way around it. It's like, well, he's older because he's getting to sleep later because he's older. When he was your age, he was doing the same thing.
Yeah, get to bed.
I'm like, if anything, we're more chill now, and you go to bed later than he did. We can do it like him if you want.
Oh yeah, it's like, my oldest is lucky, man. Like 8:30 bedtime. So back when I was a kid, man, it was like 6:30 at latest in bed.
I don't remember like what. I was quite late actually though, because I always remember going to sleep. And then sneaking, because I had a telly in the bedroom. I must have, because I remember doing this. Always sneaking off and turning on Home Improvement at 9. So 9, I guess, was around my bedtime when I was younger. I remember doing that all the time.
I remember me and my brother.
And turned it off when Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman came on because she wanted to watch that.
No, I remember only ever once turning their Sega Mega Drive on as a kid. I got caught.
Hey.
And oh my fucking god, did our mom hit that fucking roof?
I imagine your mom is definitely a lot more disciplinary than my mom.
Well, there were five of us back then. So obviously, single mom, 5 of us. My dad's a deadbeat, and
oh damn, I forgot to turn that on. Damn it!
What's that?
I wanted to put a time on. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a note of the timer is. Hold on, how long are we already in? 12 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. Just over 10 minutes. Okay, carry on, sorry.
So to keep us in line, physical discipline was a necessity to her, for her tool belt. I don't blame her for it.
Yeah, a bunch of boys, weren't it? Like,
2 girls, 3 boys.
Oh, I forget how big your family is.
It's larger than it should be.
I just forget because they were all different ages as well. Though obviously the older ones weren't there a lot when I was there.
They were all good off. Well, when we started hanging out, they're all finishing school, and one went to prison.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that part.
Fuck him, he's a knobhead.
Well, yeah, of course. Timer starts 12 minutes in because I'm dumb.
Family's a funny thing. It's definitely a funny thing. It's like I was actually talking to my younger sister the other day about my oldest sister and how we have no good memories together. It's just like my older sister's like, Winter goes, well, why didn't you talk to her older sister? I said, I literally cannot draw a single good memory from our coexistence together as siblings, and not one.
Well, yeah, and if there's also a big gap, and you weren't around that much, then.
Well, yeah, she buggered off to live with our old man when the stepfather figure came into the scene. She wanted nothing to do with him, so she fucked off.
Okay,
and that obviously drove a rift for 10-ish years.
Well, before we get on to a family therapy, then shall we jump onto one of the segments?
Yes. I was just fucking la-di-da, really.
No, I just realised that I was doing it too. I like those kind of conversations, but
that's just a bit of interest.
Oh no, I like it completely. It's just I was thinking 10 minutes we'll talk about family and then we'll go into other stuff.
Let's move on. I think we've.
Because I think if we talk anymore, I think we'll start giving clues as to first of all who you are.
I don't care. I do care enough for work purposes, but I don't care enough for family people.
Well, you know what we will go on to the talking about in the rest of this podcast will probably be something you might not want your name attached to. So,
well, no, I can't imagine. Carry on anyway. It's what's the first?
Well, I wanted to do something
seductive segment.
because I thought we'd start off with this because this can take us anywhere.
Okay.
And then we could go back into family stuff for all I know, or we could go into anything because we are going to let someone else control the podcast for a bit.
Oh.
And they're going to tell us what to talk about.
Really?
So hold on, let me get the person up. They've been waiting in the wings. I didn't mention that to you, did I?
There's someone waiting in the wings.
I didn't mention that part to you, did I?
I don't think so. Oh my God, is it who I think it is?
ChatGPT!
Oh my fucking God.
Hello, ChatGPT. How you doing? I'm not going to ask him because it's not loaded up yet. Actually, it's not actually come onto the studios page yet. I just realised I have to put it on still. Okay, hold on. Right, that's ChatGPT!
Fucking robot.
They didn't know before. Now I just told them.
Get answers, find inspiration, and be more productive.
Well, I'm just going to let ChatGPT first of all know what's going on. Hey, ChatGPT. Actually, let's just say hey first because we need to say. I didn't say. Oh, it's asking me how it's going.
This
Wow, I'm doing. Oh, hold on. Well,
seems awfully cheesy, doesn't it?
Well, no, but it's just it's telling us what to do. I'm just going to zoom in a bit for the people. There you go. Well, I'm doing. Oh, well, I'm a comedian doing a podcast with my goth friend.
Not so much goth
What?
these days.
Okay, with my ex-goth friend. What should we talk about first? Let's find out. That sounds like a fun combo. You could kick off by sharing some funny or awkward memories from when you were both in different phases, like goth culture and comedy. Maybe discuss how your styles have evolved and what goth culture means today. You could also play a game where you get each other's favorite goth songs or movies. What do you think? I think that sounds great, don't you?
That sounds fucking awful.
No, let's kick off by sharing some funny or awkward memories from when you were both in different phases. Okay, so when you were more gothic, you got a funny story from then.
Not really.
Or do you want me to go?
Oh,
first?
actually, no, there was one.
Okay,
one
there we go.
thing,
There you
actually. Like a clothing malfunction. Now I think about it.
Okay.
I used to have a oversized hoodie. The brand was Necessary Evil, and it was like this funky hoodie. It had like rings on the sleeves, but it had. I think it was made for a fat bloke, if I'm honest, because the way the neck was cut was really quite large.
Was it, when you say rings on the sleeves, little metal rings that came down, kind of like a straitjacket style?
Yeah, plastic, but yeah, like
think I
rings on
remember
the
that.
sleeves. Yeah,
I think I liked it.
it had a really massive hood.
I thought
And
the Jedi hood.
Yeah, the Jedi hood. I remember.
As far as your clothes go, I remember that one being cool.
I remember fucking going out on a windy day with my hood up. The wind obviously went straight into the hood and it went straight to a point. So for a second, it looked like a clan hood.
A black clan, so
a
black power.
Clan. It was a black clan hood, and I just remember I was thinking, oh my, because I caught myself in the fucking reflection of a window. I was like, oh my fucking God, I took the hood down. And I only ever wore it in emergencies. But after that, I was like, I remember some people saw me actually and laughed. And I was like, oh, took a bit of a morality hit there. I think I was like, oh, yeah, you know what? No, not in the wind again. Smaller hoods for windy days.
Yeah. That was a very good story straight away off the bat. That was good.
Well,
that's going to be better than my one, I think, because my obviously phases for comedy are a lot shorter.
Oh well.
But like at the beginning, I would kind of do anything, like any gig, for example, just to try and get your name out there. And now I didn't have to do that for a bit. Now, after a lot of the stuff where, like I've been essentially blacklisted from a lot of comedy in England at the moment, or around Midlands anyway.
Birmingham mostly.
Birmingham, Midlands, to be fair. Definitely like the wider West Midlands. Maybe not all of East Midlands, but it's still hard. Like it is still hard. I get ignored most of the time when I ask. I can at least ask for them. But because of that, I am now at the stage again where I'm like, I'll just do whatever now. Any opportunity to come forward, I'll take them.
Makes sense.
Which means that I have. This is not a good story, but I'm just using it to advertise something. Which means
filthy plug-in.
Yep. Which means this Saturday I am doing I'll take it because I'll take anything right now kind of gig. So I am going to be dressing up as Grandpa from Only Fools and Horses and I'm going to be going to 1,000 trades, and I'll get some lines on a day, but I think most of it's improv stuff.
Oh, I was gonna say like lines on the day seems like a fucking stupid idea.
Yeah, little lines, like tiny lines, you know, some I guess bully points. But I'm not even gonna try it, you know me, I can't remember shit. I'm gonna be doing improv more anyway. I have no idea what it is, but it's at 1,000 trades from 9 PM. So come down. And I'm gonna make a fool of myself because as I said when I said yes to it, in my opinion, comedians are just afraid to make a fool of themselves nowadays. A lot of them. They take themselves too seriously in the
to be
grassroots level. I'm on, obviously. I mean,
it's too much politics in comedy these days.
You've seen it now, haven't you? Seen a lot of it?
I was just literally, I think, watching like a video on YouTube earlier about some comedians like attacking woke propaganda. So I was just kind of enjoying that.
Comedians are woke as shit until they don't want to be. Like right now, that shit that's going on where they're attacking like dude with learning disabilities because his gigs aren't great.
Oh, yeah, then the old Facebook group.
I showed you, didn't know that thing.
Oh, that's a load of bollocks, yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Nate about it yesterday.
So I don't understand what they...
On Squishy Logic podcast available here. Go and check it out after this. It's really good.
Yeah,
True crime, all that kind of shit.
Nathan's a good lad.
Nathan's great, yeah.
I like Nathan.
Another comedian, so we're both funny instead of just me on this one.
He's funnier than you.
Maybe he is. He is a funny dude.
I like him. He's a good lad.
I do like him. He's definitely the best person I've met in comedy by far. Don't get me wrong. I used to think after a lot of that stuff happened that a lot of the comedians were. I got really negative on a lot of the comedy world, but it is just about 30%. It's the promoters.
Oh yeah, that's the problem.
Most of the comics are lovely.
When you've peeved the people, the administrators have said group.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. I think they hold too much power than they should be allowed to hold.
Oh yeah, well they told me I'm not. As you know, we grew up and went to school around the King's Heath area. But I am not allowed to do a gig in King's Heath now because that's what started all this.
Oh yeah.
So naturally, I'm going to see a man who has a pub in King's Heath tomorrow about doing a regular gig there. Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck the power, and everybody's turning around.
Fuck
on
the
that
hierarchy.
So now let's go. Maybe discuss how your styles have evolved. Well, actually, kind of my styles evolved because now I realise I don't script stuff. I bully point it. Yeah.
Well, I'm not a goth anymore. I don't really wear. I don't own a trench coat anymore. Actually, I gave it away.
I'm going to stick to goth culture for the rest of this, just because it's more fun. Talking about comedy stuff is just me trying to break it down, and that's not as fun.
I've met many people of the goth culture, and they're some of the nicest people, happiest people ever as well.
I totally agree with you.
I've only ever met one stereotypical goth.
Yourself?
No.
What is a stereotypical goth though?
Like they all kind of like depressing, aren't they?
Oh, okay.
Really kind of down in the dumps and
yeah,
dark and gloomy.
Right.
I've only ever met one like that, and he was a fucking prick. Excuse my language. Sorry.
You can't swear on here. This is Rumble. You can't swear on here.
Oh my god, I'm
not
sorry.
allowed.
But yeah, I've only ever met one. Everyone else was fucking beautiful, happy, charming people.
When was the one you met then? Because
it's really when I was a teenager up in Birmingham City Centre. There's a place called Pigeon Park.
Fucking Pigeon Park. If you know Pigeon Park, if you've heard of Pigeon Park, then drop a comment about it.
It was a small cathedral, a little small cathedral in the middle of Birmingham, and it just funny enough, where the goths, alternative people, rockers, everyone, just all gathered together, and it's like a giant flipping cultural hub for our culture, for the gothic culture.
It is on Facebook. I just got to like about it. It obviously doesn't show the views come through or anything then.
Oh, fair enough.
That's all.
But yeah, lovely people. Absolutely fantastic.
I mean, as you know, I've spent loads of time around goths too, like yourself. The person I don't know if I spent the most time around, but the person I prefer to spend time around. But then also, like, even in our friend group, like, I'd consider Dave and Snow a goth. Even not Dave
so
was back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, yeah, Dave was just as bad as me.
Dave was just as bad as you. He tried to be anyway.
No, I was more in the trench coats. He was more into the kind
emo,
of the alternative kind of like rocker kind of mod style.
I don't know. He tried to be more goth at some point. He just never went like full on like you with like the white face paint and stuff.
Oh, that was a very short-lived phase.
It was. Yeah, it was.
It was just awful. I just remember thinking to myself,
"What? I don't think it's that bad." I might have told you at the time, but it's still. I think I said to you at the time, like
when it's done well, but when you see people who do it well,
yeah,
it's great. But when it's done amateurish, like I was doing it, it was just like, oh my god, just stop.
And I remember always because I've always liked clothing, like not fashion. I like what I think is cool to wear, weird stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember you always saying like, I'm not fashionable. I'm like, of course you are. You're goth. That's like a complete fashion. You are literally. you're not sticking per se. I don't mean you're sticking to a fashion trend, but you are thinking about what you're wearing. That's all that matters.
It used to just most of my outfits just consist of jeans and a t-shirt, and then like
You talked about having a hoodie with rings and stuff around it.
that was like a different piece. Like occasionally
Like
when I
a
got
super
like
trench coat.
I had a trench
That was
coat,
awesome.
like
That protected a lot of us. Like in a lot of times, that did.
oh yeah, the amount of times it's like hidden bags and hidden alcohol, and when police have been around.
Yeah, yeah. Or like we needed to roll and created like a shelter.
Create like a temporary
Right.
shelter.
That's it. Another story I can tell from the golf time. Actually, this is better. I tell a story from the golf time. Like when we used to chill at a park and we were younger, and we used to like do a game on the swings while getting high. So we used to get high for the first time. People would be on the swing, and I would run. People would run through playing
Swing
chicken.
Yeah.
And I think I ran through the one time and did not stop or something for some reason.
You hesitated.
Oh, okay.
And you got as I was swinging backwards, I clipped you and knocked you over.
And then you came.
And then as I was swinging forward again, I kicked you in the face with my New Rock boots.
That's the thing. You had these giant gothic New Rock boots on.
Yeah, New Rocks, man. Fucking beautiful pieces of kit.
They are like, you know, if you've got them, you are definitely a goth. But are you really a goth without them?
I was 6'3" when I was wearing those boots.
Damn.
Yeah,
Their shoes as well, because you're 5'5". That's crazy, man.
I remember, I think they cost me like 120 quid. I think I got them for like, I had to save up money for ages trying to get my hands on them. Like doing like chores, birthday money, a bit of Christmas money as well. Got my hands on them. I was so chuffed to bits. You have to learn to walk again because you can't bend your toes. You got to learn how to walk flat-footed.
What goth culture today? Like, do you really see many goths? I'd love
tons of goths at the fucking Cannibal Corpse gig.
Oh, so they are still around everywhere.
Tons of them around, mate. Tons of them.
Because I haven't been to like Subside or where else would be there?
There's a lot more younger ones now.
No, not Subside. Sorry, no, not Subculture. See, Subside. I'm thinking of more.
Subside's the late night club. Although there was tons of fucking shabby people in there.
Yeah, you just get everyone now because of the placement on it.
It just falls into a good place to get a taxi and get a drink.
It is just a great place to go afterwards. Just
but they're playing a lot of They're playing a lot of dubstep in there, which I was quite shocked about.
Dubstep's been started to fall in with the gothic kind of stuff. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. You don't get goth movies. Like what?
Goth movies? Oh, you get The Crow. It's a good gothic movie.
Goth movie.
Yeah, Crow's a good movie. They're meant to be remastering The Crow.
Well, yeah, that's coming out soon. Have you seen the trailers or anything?
No, because quite frankly, it just doesn't seem to be right after Brandon did it.
We'll come back to ChatGPT because I'm going to ask it about like political stuff rather than just asking us what we should talk about.
Well, there you go. It's giving us a segment.
Well, yeah, I need to show you this if you haven't seen it because I can't imagine you'll be overly into it.
I know I'm not too keen on who they cast.
I haven't actually seen that. The Skarsgård guy.
It's the fucking guy who played it, isn't it?
Oh, he's a great actor though.
Isn't he wrong? He's a great actor, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it seems like they're going to try and make it like more darker and mysterious rather than kind of like have that kind of funky. I suppose it was more of the times when the original film was made.
I don't really know. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, it's a good film. There's been plenty others as well, if I'm not mistaken. There have been other Crow films.
Really?
But it was just the way it was done, the story behind it, the whole movie in the end, everything. It was just really well done. I really enjoyed it.
Do you not think it was one of those things where it seemed better because people knew that he died doing it, Because some films like that get like a lot bigger with stuff like that.
I just like the way that the background of the character, obviously in the original film. Spoilers alert if you haven't seen it. So obviously the main character, he lives in pretty much like a shithole. I think it's called like Hell's Kitchen or something like that.
Oh, it's where Daredevil is.
Yeah, something like that.
It's
like
in New York.
A bit of a shithole
Yeah, it is known to be a shithole.
And
I don't know in real life, but
basically, they live in a nice apartment with his wife, and they break in. This gang breaks into his house. They kick him out of the window, and he falls to his death. And obviously, they rape and batter his girlfriend, and then they leave her for dead.
I feel like they probably won't do that in this.
They probably not, or they'll insinuate it rather than because obviously.
Even then, they'll probably just kill her or something.
Yeah, and obviously, one of the cop characters was with her up until she died. So when he came back, he did speak to him about it, and he was like kind of because obviously the cop was there for her. He saw everything through his eyes, which obviously, you could feel the pain and of what she went through.
Like a girl cop did.
That was a dude cop. So
he could feel the pain. Okay.
He felt his wife's pain through the cop.
See, I didn't even know that it was actually like supernatural.
Yeah, he's very
I didn't
supernatural.
realise that.
Because I think one of the little girl they used to hang out with, the couple used to hang out with in the apartment complex. Her mom's a junkie, and he goes and just basically grabs her at one point when she's like seeing some dude injecting heroin into her arm, just grabs her, and you can see like the heroin coming out of her arm, and it's basically gives her like a bit of a threatening lecture, like, you know, mother is like
giving a lecture while she gets tripping out on like heroin. I'm sure she didn't get the full amount.
Pushing it out of her body basically using his magic.
Oh, I see.
So it's coming out of her. So she's sobering up, and he's just basically saying, like, was it God is that mother is God in the lips and hearts of all children, or something like that. Basically saying, like, you've got a kid, fucking act like a mother.
Oh, I see.
You know, and then she does change, which is nice.
Yeah, man, you don't need to be taking heroin. There's much lower down the stuff you can take, like, you know, learn to appreciate bud. You don't need heroin.
Man, it's just that's the thing I don't like is those drugs that ruin your lives. They're definitely the ones that should be stopped.
Yeah, man.
Like,
if a drug is like, you know, like you can only take it once and then you're screwed, it's probably not worth it. However good it is, I'm sure it's great from what I've heard.
Well, yeah, but I'd never do it. I've seen what it does to people.
It's pointless. Like, you know, if you take it once and then you're going to be wanting it again forever.
Then you'll do
anything
violent acts to get it.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm trying to get into a lollipop.
Yeah, man. Because I've always got the wanting to, like, you know, the mouth motion when I'm like doing podcasts and stuff, and I shouldn't just keep smoking constantly, you know. Oh god, yeah. I'll have a look at this anyway.
It looks like it might be a full.
Oh, sexy time! Turn the volume down because that's always the shit that gets you done on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Well,
feel free to talk over it as much as you can as well. Who is that? Oh, so there's some supernatural shit going on then.
It wasn't in the first one. The only supernatural thing was the dude himself.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that looks like his wife getting murdered.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh god, that's a. Oh damn.
It's a horrible way to go. Oh, they get bagged together.
Oh shit.
That's different.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. So I'm okay with that. I don't know what that's all about. That might be him trying to bring her back from the death or something while he's coming back. Maybe.
That might be part of his afterlife by the look of it.
Yeah.
And obviously fueled by vengeance.
From what I've seen, though, I don't like his makeup that he has in the end. Oh, is that a guy that does it there? I didn't know any of this.
No, there's none of that shown in the first one. He literally
okay.
just crawled out of his grave.
Maybe that's all the stuff in his head then, you know, whatever.
It's probably just kind of like showing you the supernatural side of it.
Oh, he like came right back as well from the look of it. Oh. Like him getting killed.
Yeah, there was none of this in it. None of him fucking showing him like supernatural powers.
He died in the shower in the bath from the look of it. All comes back actually.
Big Gloria.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this in the trailer either. I didn't see any red band thing come up. Didn't see any of that. Like, damn, YouTube. This I'm already liking to look at this because I don't have obviously like a any kind of nostalgic thing to the original, other than just looking at the guy and thinking it looked cool and knowing the story. You know, the behind the scenes story.
I don't like the look of his makeup.
No, it doesn't look.
It looks very jokery.
It does, to be fair. And the problem is he would be a great Joker as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, if he can just get shot up, I'm surprised this has never got bigger in that case. This story. This is cool. This could do well.
You know, I think I'm still gonna watch it just simply because I did love the original.
Yeah. In my opinion, with anything like that, you've always got to accept, like, you know,
it's gonna be different.
It's gonna be different, and it should be different.
Well, yeah, if they're completely remaking it, it should be.
It's lazy, I think, when they're pretty much just like shot for shot, you know.
Oh, carbon copy it.
Yeah. Same with, like, you know, when people complain that, you know, a film is different than the book. I'm like, well, it should be, because it's boring otherwise. You know, if you know what happens in the book, you go into it and you know exactly what happens.
Yeah.
It's gonna be boring for you.
But it's just like seeing it visualized before you. It's different. Instead of using your own imagination, it's been visualized.
And that's another problem too. When people are like, "Oh, he doesn't look how he should do," it's like, yeah, but every person is going to have their own opinion on how we should look,
Oh yeah,
how it should look. You know,
when you use descriptive language to describe a person, you build that image yourself of what you know or what you enjoy or your references and stuff like that. But yeah, that was the original one there. I think he had a pale face. His makeup was better. In all honesty, the storyline was a bit better because it was like.
Oh, we don't know.
But
that was a trailer.
I'm gonna give it a chance.
Yeah,
because I did like the original. Really did like the original. So.
And I just like the look of that. It looked really cool to me.
Oh yeah, a lot more gory.
And as much as I don't like the makeup, I can imagine that they just wanted his face to be on show a bit more because he's a bit more known.
My guess is he's going to go after each member of the gang who killed his wife and him.
And that old guy was the head guy, I'm guessing.
But the look of it, I'm guessing he was the one who basically just didn't like him.
He's a good actor as well. I've seen him in a lot of things.
So it'd be nice to see him like put them all to death because that's what he did in the original. He just put them all to hunted them down and just killed them all in different ways. I think one of them he strapped into his car and drove it into the river. So he forced him to be stuck to his car and drowned.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
I think before we go back to ChatGPT, what we'll do in the next bit though, the next little segment, which I will note down. I didn't even note down that we did ChatGPT actually. Oh, I noticed the time down actually. That's cool. ChatGPT and Crow. And then for now, what we're going into a little bit of true crime, I think.
True crime.
Because I want to show you that thing that I mentioned before we started. So this is a story about. I can tell you the stuff, and then I'll go into the little video point that we did.
Okay.
Let me just load it up. Was that 9:25?
Just so then. So what's the video called? So the video we're quoting from. So just in case you guys want to check it out yourselves. Because obviously, just try and give as much love to the.
This channel. I will give this channel love all day. This is that chapter.
Yeah, so if you can, drop him a view himself, just so you keep their algorithm going.
I mean, fair. I'm not gonna lie. It'll in no way need
it'd be a splash in the water, but at the same time,
2 million. He got over 2 million subscribers. This guy does.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just rather than steal views from his video, just go and check the dude out himself. So what's the channel called?
His channel is that chapter THAT because I can't say that.
Chapter.
You can say that much better.
So give some love to that chapter.
If you like true crime anyway, you will like this. He does it well. He just gives you the facts. There's no big long speeches about his opinions on things, but he's a bit entertaining. I'm saying that people watching this would want to watch something where it's just the facts, because if you did, they probably wouldn't watch a podcast where we're chatting about it. But if you do, if you like both, like me, I like a podcast too. Sometimes I just want the facts, so go to that chapter. And even better, he's Irish, so every time he says, what is it, free? It's tree.
Oh yeah.
Tree.
I never understood the word the Irish. I couldn't pronounce.
Yeah, there's a letter as well, I think, isn't it?
We live on a planet Earth.
This is from this particular story though is from the video 3 disappearances that led to horrifying discoveries from 3 weeks ago. This is people disappeared and then how they were found. So it was a shocking thing.
Oh, I love it. I love the sound of it already.
Like that Hotel Cecil thing we were talking about before we started. Elisa Lam.
Hotel California.
Hotel California.
There's a dead body here.
Actually, you don't leave Hotel California either, do you?
You can stay as long as you want. You can never leave.
There you go. Just like Elisa Lam.
You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. I like that. So
This
go on then. Show me what you got.
Oh yeah. So let me make sure it's on the actual thing. Actually, I don't think it's showing on the thing. Oh yeah, it is. So this is a guy. He went partying with his friend.
Okay.
He was an ex-army dude, I believe. Salute. It's not our army, but salute, I guess.
He's representing somebody, man. Salute.
Well, sure. So we're saluting all the people representing the IDF right now.
Who?
The IDF, the Israel Defense Force.
Oh, we don't speak about those bastards.
Shall we salute them?
No, because
Netanyahu, just a bastard.
Because they're basically just two religious people murdering each other over something so petty.
Yeah, I say, should we Hezbollah as well? Should we salute them?
Oh hell yes, no. The only thing we should salute them with is a nuclear.
Right, Hezbollah and Hamas are the same, basically.
Doesn't matter. Just wipe them out, man.
Okay, cool.
Just kill one of them. At least that way, if one of them's completely gone, and then the war ends.
See, right now, though, I've read up so much more on Islam, so I have more of a negative opinion on Islam right now.
I have a negative opinion on religion altogether.
Oh, same.
And I find it really silly the fact that there's two major religions killing each other.
Yeah.
Over something they could easily just sit down and talk about.
Well, no, because Netanyahu knows that as soon as he stops any wars now.
Oh, he's a dead man.
Well, he'll be in prison at the very least. Yeah.
Dead man.
Probably get killed in prison as well, but
war crimes, man, you'll never make it there.
Yeah.
Just hang him in the Hague. Just do him a favour.
It depends. I don't know if they do that now for war. I suppose it depends on
the country. Do have the Hague because obviously after the it's like Did you remember before we start? Do you remember like when in World War II? I think it was World War II where the.
I remember World War II.
Actually, no, it was World War One where the the Nazis wanted to ban shotguns.
Nazis weren't in World War One, but.
Oh, was it? It might be World War II then, yeah. Then I think it was the Nazis because they were using gas. Yeah. The Nazis wanted to ban shotguns that the Yanks were using.
What?
Because you didn't need to aim.
Wait. So the Nazis wanted.
They wanted to ban shotguns.
For the Americans?
Yes.
How would they do that?
Well, because they thought they were like basically really unfair and really horrible weapons.
So they're gassing people and shit. It's like, we don't like your shotguns.
We're gassing
Stop using them.
You can use a gun that you don't need to aim and kill us.
Yeah,
like,
stop it.
It's just not fair. Like, well,
you know, you have to get really close to us to use this, so that's our bad if we let you get that close. But no.
No, that's the thing. All they need to do is drop into your trench and like you're fucked.
Yeah.
You've got old trench gun. That's what it used to be called.
Man, if you're letting that's what I'm saying. If you're letting people get close enough to get into your trench, though, then you're not a good shooty man anyway.
Oh, the Yanks were clucky like that, though, weren't they?
If I was in the armies back then, I'd be, snipering everyone from far away.
But you wouldn't have a sniper rifle. Your scope would give you away.
No, it wouldn't give me away.
Well, it would.
It wouldn't give me away. I'm that good.
Your own head would give you away.
That might give me away. Like you said, sniper's dream on that other thing.
Yeah, man, sniper's dream.
This forehead is a sniper's dream. You're not wrong.
The brain's vertical.
Anyway, so this guy, all I would tell you for now then is that
okay, so he's partying, ex-military, with his friends, at a hotel, I'm guessing.
They were staying around a hotel or something.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't staying in this hotel. Basically, he asked his dad to come and pick him up or something, him and his friend.
Okay.
And the dad came, and by the time he got there, he talked to the son, and the dad had only got the other one. Sorry, when he got there, only the friend was there. The son wasn't there.
Okay.
So they went around looking for him, couldn't find him. Days, weeks, years. No, this wasn't years, this one. Basically, he was found in a hotel after the hotel started smelling, and they couldn't figure out why. And he was coming from the air conditioning. And then they opened up the industrial air conditioning thing in the hotel, which is the one that is for all the separate ones. So it's huge. Yeah, and they found him in there.
Oh, God.
But
this is going to explain basically how
this is now going to be the journey that he must have took.
Okay, let's enjoy.
Mike. This is Mike. I don't know his last name, but I don't think he says it.
Wandered away from his buddy Jeremy. Dad was only a couple of minutes away. He wandered into this hotel across the road. Okay, maybe he was quite drunk. Maybe he's looking for like a hotel bar, that might still be open. Or something like that, or he just got confused. But then he would have to go through a maintenance store near the ballroom, which is off the lobby of the hotel. So wandering by, again, I know this is like 3 a.m. at night, but you still wander by quite a number of hotel employees at this stage into a...
That was 3 a.m., not 3 a.m., just to clarify.
So my man literally wandered into this hotel straight past the front desk. At night,
but you still wander by quite a number of hotel employees at this stage into a very dark and quiet part of the hotel. The door to the maintenance hall was usually locked, but the police found no signs of forced entry, so maybe it had been left open, or at least that's what they assumed. Then you had to climb 13 very steep steps that are apparently almost a ladder. And remember, Robert was very, very drunk at this time, so he must have
to go this random way. Then it's surprised he'd get up these things. But
I've managed to get.
I've managed to get in food situations.
Then he would have entered a dark hallway with the aircon system in a room on the left. Inside there were 3 panels on the unit. He went through the...
You see those? I can't see the 3, but you can see the 2 on that part anyway.
Oh, God. He went for that.
One of them, yeah. To bear in mind, this is still, he just decided to walk in from being outside. His dad's coming.
He decided to climb into this fucking machine.
Decides to open up a panel, get in this machine.
Middle one, which was only 14 inches, 35 centimeters wide, and had big danger signs on it. He pushed through these metal panels into the unit, and then suddenly he would have been hit.
Hotel officials say he somehow crawled through the middle door despite the fact that there was only a 14-inch wide opening. When you open that door, you're immediately hit with a huge blast of air strong enough to discourage you from continuing. Reading that a bit for the people.
By an extremely strong gust of wind, ice cold wind, the unfiltered, air conditioning, and the noise would have been incredibly loud in there. There's basically a giant fan staring right at you that's pushing air all throughout this huge building. So he
I don't
kept
know why
going
you'd
through
be
that
doing
pitch
this,
dark, incredibly windy, incredibly cold, incredibly loud unit until eventually the fan hit him and pinned him to the wall.
So put a fatal
I hear you barking,
at the bottom
big dog. What? The Hornbeck family later sued the hotel, but the judge dismissed the case as the debt didn't result from anything the hotel did or didn't do.
Debt.
You simply
Death.
That's fair though. The hotel didn't do anything wrong. Why the hell would
Well,
they expect them to do
I
to
mean,
walk
yeah,
in like that?
leaving a door randomly unlocked and then to get in, stumbling by himself is like, well, it's not exactly like their fault.
No, exactly.
But it just kind of almost feels like, why would he go there himself, specifically into an air duct? It kind of feels like maybe he was pushed in.
Well, that like.
I mean, when the dad came,
What would be such a strange way though if somebody wanted to kill someone? Why they would take him in that whole way? Unless it's somebody in the hotel, a hotel worker.
unless it's his mate.
It wouldn't have been that time though. From when they called, they were there, and then the guy had called.
That's
Not the friend, like the son.
So the son decided to call his dad to get a lift home.
They were together, drunk together.
So
He was very drunk when he came.
And he decided whilst waiting, I'm just going to go into the hotel across the road and wander around.
It was like minutes from when he called him to when the dad was there, and in that time he decided to walk off.
That's so weird.
The other guy wasn't even sure where he'd gone or that he'd gone because he was like sat on the stairs.
On the curb or something, just pissed
That drunk.
apart.
Yeah, we've all been there. You know what that's like.
Oh yeah, just literally raise your head like, where the fuck? Where's he gone?
So,
what would possess you just to literally just get up and go? Like, there's a hotel over there. Let's go have a look.
Yeah,
have a look around.
And they decided to go in, and then I
Where
can
does
understand
this
it all until you get to the thing.
And again, I suppose when you're drunk, though, you don't mind exploring things, do you? You're like, oh, where does this go?
Yeah, it's strange. Like you just called your dad, but I suppose you might be thinking, oh, he'll wait. He's not going to go and leave me.
I suppose just have a quick look around, come back.
It all makes some kind of sense up until you get into the air conditioner.
That's when you open an air conditioning unit. Unless he was literally like having some kind of, like he's like really sick and he's like, oh, it's lovely and cold in there.
But then continuing, seeing the blade spinning and walking towards it.
Well, crawling towards it.
Huh?
Crawling towards it. You would have gotten a 14-inch gap into the unit and then got cut by the blade.
Yeah, well, that looked like it might have been, it's tall enough to stand up in.
So he's clearly climbed into this thing.
Yeah, I thought either way,
into it, and now he's stuck.
Yeah, he's
cut
pinned
by
up
the
against
blade,
the thing and it's cut him.
And the air's so powerful, it's pinned, so stuck.
I imagine, I don't know why he couldn't call out. Maybe he just knocked him out.
Too loud. My guess is like, like, have you know,
there's probably more than one fan. There's probably more fans behind it too.
You know, when you're walking towards the wind and you're trying to breathe, and it's really hard to breathe because you're getting smacked in the face by really fast, rapid air. Maybe that's what's happening. You can't. It was too powerful. Obviously, with the noise on the machine as well, unless you're standing next to it, you probably wouldn't have heard him at all. And how often is a maintenance man going to stand next to that machine unless it's broken down?
Well, exactly. You have no reason to be going in and stuff and looking at it.
You wouldn't. So my guess is that dude effed up big time.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Like, when you look at like why, it just makes no sense why you would ever do that.
There's reasons as to why, but then alcohol just says a lot, doesn't it?
You can do stupid shit when you're drunk, but yeah, I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense, ain't it? Like that he just did that. Because like you said about somebody taking him and pushing him in, it's like it'd be such a strange way, like walking someone through a hotel in the middle of the night around people to then kill him there. It's like take him outside somewhere and kill him up.
Well, that's the thing. If you look like you're taking them like a guest somewhere, if you're a hotel worker, you wouldn't have looked at them twice, would you?
What if he was a guest?
Yeah, if they thought he was a guest. So if you remember the
yeah,
walking with a member, like a drunk member you could be like, oh, is it probably a guest or something? You wouldn't think too much about it.
Surely you think they'd be able to find CCTV cameras anyway?
Well, what year was this? When did this transpire? What year?
Because obviously
they had
sure.
They had a very high tech fucking system, so it must have been.
Yeah, it's not old.
So there's got to be some footage of him walking through the ballroom, surely.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
He does look like a troublemaker, doesn't he?
And all army people do. Have a look. Hold on. Okay, there you go. We'll find out when it was.
Yeah, so they would have been fucking
Normal, pretty
proper,
much.
like,
Yeah.
So it does beg the question: where the footage, what shows him just walking in there and buggering off down the back?
It might exist, to be fair. Then in that case,
I just feel like, yeah, it'd be a bit weird for like a random drunk soldier to go, "Ooh, this looks dangerous." Not even to think, "Oh, this is dangerous."
whether he wanted to kill himself and that was the choice he made, but it's just
That just seems
really
like a
bloody
silly choice.
strange why you would do that way. Nothing about it makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like so drunk that you're like, "Oh, I'll just go hop in this aircon unit."
Let's talk ChatGPT again. Well, let me get the time machine. 37. Did you find any Reddit things, by the way?
I was looking because obviously one of the funny things on Reddit I like to read is it's called r/confession.
Right.
It's the subreddit, and it's just some of the people confess the weirdest and wonderless things you've ever heard.
Okay.
So let's just look.
I don't know Reddit, so this is the thing. This will be like a bit of an opener for me then.
So like let's just go because I've just typed in r/confession. So let's just read some of the
loaded it up here.
Some of the titles of some of these weird and wonderful posts. So I am traumatized after a guy I've been talking to showed me his asshole.
Okay, go on.
So that's
I got this one on here.
An interesting title. So let's have a look here. So
traumatized after a guy showed him his arsehole.
Yep. So I was talking to this guy. He's autistic a bit, but I don't know if he did that
did the thing. I have to tell Nave this when you're reading on the microphone. Hold it up so otherwise you're not talking into the mic.
Okay. So I was talking to this guy. He's autistic a bit, but I don't know. Obviously, excuse the poor grammar because it looks like they've just absolutely just hammered this into it. So
yeah.
That's because
if she's talking about like being traumatized by seeing an asshole, I can't imagine she's the most.
So she was traumatized this, and she wants to ghost him or just block him everywhere, but I can't because I can't be with him after that, and I feel bad. That I was disgusted and grossed out, and it's the biggest ick ever. Honestly, I was joking. He said if his ass was block you.
What?
Basically, by the look of it, she wants to ghost this dude.
Well, she still hasn't even told us the story of how this happened. That's what I want to know.
She hasn't. She's just gone on about. She's been traumatized. This little dude she's talking to just went and showed her his bumhole.
Is that, hey, look, what do you think about this? Pull the trousers and
I love
spread your cheeks.
Feast your eyes. So let's have a look at this one. Here's another disgusting one.
Is a poop sticking out, love?
I constantly lick the back of my hand and smell my saliva as it evaporates.
Okay.
So apparently they do it because the smell calms them down. It's kind of gross. Here's another interesting one. I abused my cat and she still loves me.
Wait, abused in what way?
Let's have a look. Get non-stop verbal and mental abuse, so I don't have to deal with physical abuse from parents, and sometimes it's hard to handle. So I got raised in a household with power and status for everything. Raised successful not to love and care about those lesser. Oh, wow. So when I got my cat, I did exactly what my mom did. So basically, this kid's getting abused by his parents, and he just chose to take it out on his cat.
Jeez, what a lovely story.
My cat's the most precious thing. She helped me so much trying to understand how love and discipline without abuse, and she lets me know I'm alive. So basically, despite the fact that he was doing horrible things to his cat,
but it sounds like
his cat still loved him.
Verbally abused that, which a cat won't even realize what you're doing. For that part, you can't really verbally abuse a cat. Sticks and stones break your bones, but words definitely don't hurt you if you don't understand them. If there's an Italian man shouting at you in Italian, saying the worst shit to you, she's going to slide up your back.
Here's another funny one. I shot myself at a party once. So it's extremely personal. So I'm doing this through a throwaway account, though it might not be interesting to read. So it happened almost 3 years ago. I went to a Halloween party with a couple of friends. As you can imagine, I drank a lot that night.
Of course.
There's a kind of party.
At least he had a mask on then for it, I hope.
There was a kind of party bus that would take you to places.
Oh, that's
of
not
the
good.
party. So I started drinking on the bus, stealing beers from a cooler. I was pretty drunk before we got to the party. I kept on drinking. Eventually got lost. Couldn't find my friends, so I kept drinking and passed out. Woke up a couple of hours later. So noticed a big group of people looking at me.
Familiar, doesn't it, dude?
It does, doesn't it? I couldn't tell why until I tried to get up and I couldn't. As I became more and more aware of my situation, I noticed an unmistakable smell. Everything felt kind of wet and came to a horrific conclusion that it was shit. My friends didn't know what to do, so they helped me up as best they could.
Just
took me outside, away from the crowd.
Yeah, that's best thing to do.
Cleaned myself up with the help of my friends on a faucet on the ground. So
that's some good friends right away. I feel like we would have done that in our day as well, after taking the piss and during taking. Well, you know, we'd have stood around them or something.
So basically, they got back on the party bus to go home, and everyone who got out on the bus said it smelled like shit. I was like, oh my god! So I finally got dropped off, got a cab with my friends. Oh wow! Just literally like, sounds like you got some good ass friends though. Like,
good friends, yeah. I mean, but I was like, that would have been like the end. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't just like get a taxi rather than jump in the bus though with people.
Well, it looks like they got back to the original place the party bus picked them up from. And then from there, caught a cab.
Yeah, home. Because I mean, unless you've got jeans or something around, you know, but he's probably already done for the night anyway if he passed out and then woke up and shot himself during that time. I can't imagine he was in a good condition.
It's madness, mate.
I've never done that. Imagine that though, waking up. You know what you can do if you've been passed out at many parties.
My knees would buckle, mate. I literally I couldn't look at any of my friends in the eyes after that night.
What could you do? Like literally,
all I could do was apologize and thank them for their assistance. Like, you helped me clean myself up as best as I could, but oh my god, I probably wouldn't drink again. You know, I'd never.
I can imagine you actually reacting like that.
I couldn't show my face in public for a while, man. I'd probably like ghost everyone for a couple of months while I let the shitty pants story like kind of die down a bit.
To be honest, I think most people, to be fair, would just get out of the situation completely. I'll probably like get out, throw my jeans up and everything, call a taxi, apologize for being half naked in the taxi, and go from there.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't have money to pay for the taxi, I would do it and then just apologize when I got out.
Yeah, literally. I'd probably just try and get like a plastic bag or something to sit on, so I didn't permeate the taxi. And go, look, mate, I've had an accident. I got a plastic bag. Just drive, windows down, drive.
Yeah. That's what I would have to do. I like this. This is a good segment. I like this one.
r/confessions again. Always is an interesting one. Right. I hate that my boyfriend has a small penis.
That's not what any guy wants to hear.
So I know that as a woman, I'm not allowed to say anything like this, but I can't not say it anymore. I've been with my boyfriend for a year. We celebrated our anniversary 2 weeks ago. Other than our sex lives, we have a great relationship. We like the same things. He makes me laugh. He's a great guy all around. We're perfect together. The problem is that in the time we've been together, I feel like I haven't had sex once. I can barely feel him when we are together. He goes down on me all the time, and we use a lot of toys, but it's just not the same. In the past, I guess I was blessed with guys who are well hung, quote, and I could.
Does that mean that she's just baggy though?
Nah, mate. Well,
she gives the length.
No, there's no actual size given.
See, that's what we need. So every guy now,
probably
listen to this, is like, well, how big is not big enough?
But if she can't feel him, we're probably talking like potentially micro.
And surely you'd be aware of it.
I mean, let's just face it. Like they say, like the G spots on average lass is like 3 inches in. So you've got to have like a thin, tiny ass pecker to like not be able to. I mean, you know.
What did you say? Better
pecker.
Oh, I thought you said it's better to have a tiny ass.
No, I never said it's better.
Oh, what?
No, I would never say that, because it's just, you know, that's it. You have a situation like this where the girl loves the dude clearly.
Yeah.
But their sex life is terrible.
You know what? Then maybe they need to start involving other people.
It's going to evolve other people and exclude him eventually. Let's face it.
But then it's better to include him for him.
Yeah, my man's either got one of 2 things to look forward to: surgery or the truth.
Can you get like legitimate penis enlargement surgery?
There is surgeries that do exist.
Yeah, well, look at that. Piggy. Oh God, my algorithm on my fucking thing after
yeah,
this.
so your Google account, your FBI agent's probably going to be laughing his head off now.
The amount of, I'm on fucking images. I need to go into normal. That would have been bad.
Oh,
Then.
good Lord, no.
Every time my computer turns off, it resets the default search engine to Yahoo.
Ugh.
My computer apparently is in the year 2002.
Who the hell uses Yahoo anymore?
Oh, God knows.
It's fun to like, go through some of the questions I asked, or the threads and all that, but
Penis enlargement.
wow.
Near me. I don't need near me.
I don't
But
need
it
to
obviously
know.
does exist then in that case.
It's got to exist.
Penis as AI overview. Penis enlargement surgery is a procedure that can make the penis appear larger, but it may not be effective and can have serious risks. Oh God. I thought it was just plastic surgery stuff.
Well, I'm assuming they'd have to put some kind of like
Penoplasty.
that sounds right, because like I think like a nose job's called a rhinoplasty.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. Releases the suspensory ligament to increase length or transfers it from the stomach or thighs to increase girth. Potential outcomes may slightly increase length or girth, but doesn't change the actual length. What?
Well, from what I've heard, like other types of surgeries, like there's like about an inch or two inside of your body, and what they do is they kind of like pull that out.
Yeah.
So you
Remove the ligament that connects the penis to the pubic bone.
That's the
one right there.
that's the yeah.
May make the penis appear longer, but the angle may interfere with sex when erect. Oh, so they might.
So basically, well,
I've seen a lot of that on porn videos where like guys appear to have like curved penises.
Maybe they've had a surgery.
Probably then.
Because from what you hear, it's just the look of that though. It looks like it's basically saying that you can have surgery.
It's not great though.
But you ain't gonna get much out of it.
Yeah, that's not as good as I thought it'd be. I was expecting just straight up like plastic surgery, like boobs. You know, they can just make them larger.
No, it's not right. It's like an implant. That's what I originally thought it was, but by the looks of it, they just transfer like cells from elsewhere in the body.
Oh, look at this! Look, penis enlargement surgery can have serious complications, including infection, scarring, and loss of sensation or function. So that will turn you American. That last one. There is no scientific evidence that any penis enlargement methods are effective. Damn.
So basically, the surgery exists, but chances are you're not going to get anything out of it.
No, she needs to go to a sex therapist then. Or I don't know what he can do in that case.
Man, it's kind of fucked. You might as well just wear a fucking sleeve or something.
Oh, what?
There's weird sleeve things that you can. I don't know, it's a weird sleeving you wear over your dick. And it basically is like you wearing a fucking
like a strap on.
Yeah, basically.
That's what I was going to say, like some kind of strap-on thing to make it bigger for her. It sucks for him. He'll just have to. Oh, I guess she can just get some tweezers and finish him off after or something. God knows. I
suppose so. Yeah, just fucking deal with her, and then she can do whatever. But
get the most realistic strap-on he can, so she thinks it's real still.
Still, though, man.
That's all you can do.
I wouldn't even know what to do in that kind of situation. I mean, like as a dude, like that's.
Oh, wait,
she hasn't told him as well, so
hold on.
She's got to be doing something like.
Can you get vaginal tightening surgery?
Oh God, that'd be awful.
Do it the other way. Yes, there are several types of vaginal tightening surgery, including labiaplasty, vaginoplasty, and perineoplasty. So maybe she's got the problem. That's why she hasn't given sizes out. It's not that he's got a tiny pecker; she's just floppy. And maybe she's normal, but she can make herself super tight.
Even still, though, obviously, it's a
you have to do surgery to save your person.
Would you really have like kind of surgery to save a dude with a tiny dick?
Especially when how much she loves him.
Especially when it might actually make things painful for her.
Well, see, did you read that? Did you?
Performing the local anaesthetic, sedation, general anesthetic procedures usually. Because I know, like, you can
1 or 2 hours. I forget. You go home the same day.
I know that there is a surgery you can have to have your hymen put back.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah,
obviously it was very popular amongst the
porn stars.
No, certain religious group.
Oh,
Muslims. So ladies who have had sex out of wedlock before their marriage.
Wait, no, what? Sure, would it be Muslims though? Because they do a lot of the freaking the straight up what's it called again? Gender mutilation.
Gender mutilation. No, it's ladies who've been promiscuous before their marriage.
Right, okay,
so
makes sense.
Because obviously when they get married, they're meant to be pure.
Yeah.
So a lot of surgeries.
You reckon it's the women doing this
to hide it from the
husbands? I see. Okay, I get.
Not so the husband can enjoy that, so they can trick the husband.
Yeah.
They're pure.
I got. That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So vaginoplasty, a procedure that can tighten the vaginal walls by rejoining separated muscles. So that's like more of when you've been pulled apart a bit after
Childbirth.
popping kids out. I haven't seen that at all.
But generally, like if you leave it for like like you can't have sex for like 6 weeks, 6 weeks after birth.
Yeah, it's roughly. It's different.
To allow things to heal and go back to normal.
Yeah,
So,
I did too early before. Vaginoplasty, also known as posterior, is procedure to tighten the vagina. So you can't. So maybe she got the problem. That's all I'm saying.
Chances are that he is the problem by the
Probably,
sounds of it.
but maybe she can sort out. Maybe if she wants to do something, maybe she could do something to sort out the problem. Then,
Well, she can do an easier thing. It's just basically tell him like, look, we're not compatible sexually. Sorry.
But that means he's not compatible with anyone sexually.
That's the
like,
problem, because ultimately she's going to destroy him. If she tells him why, she may as well literally just dump him and not even give him a reason.
But obviously, though, like if she wants to be with the guy, though, there's other things you can do. It might be going to a sex therapist. Might be a better idea.
Oh, I don't know, man. Literally, I suppose you either got to settle like 'cause you love the guy, or
He might be into cooking if you don't know. If you don't ask, you know what I'm saying? He might be into watching her get banged with other guys. If you don't try it, that might be something to try. Some people don't know they're into it until they do it. That's not from experience. It's not from experience. I couldn't do that. It just seems weird. That does.
oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
I saw a friend get asked by a couple to do it, like be the one fucking. I saw that with my own eyes. The Chavman legitimately did. It was an older couple.
Ugh.
It was like good 5 years ago for us, and they were like 40, something like that. It was also like, why are you at this place? It was a Subway. Like, why are you here? I feel like I remember the guy being a copper, and that was part of why he didn't want to do it. But I feel like that's true, actually. I was unsure until I said it, but I think that is right. I swear. He was bald. He looked like a copper, anyway. I don't know why I just feel like coppers are bald. You got more confessions?
I've got a few more if you want to do a few more.
That's what I thought before. I'll give you a chance to look. So.
Okay, so he's a fucking fucked up one. It's quite an old story by the look of it.
We like fucked up here.
I'm in a long-term sexual relationship with my brother.
Oh God!
Yeah, I know. So,
that's Hollyoaks right now. Well, it was actually. They were banging, and then they stopped banging.
So
and
this is
like,
I wrote about this over in another subreddit, which he still doesn't know about. So this isn't exactly a confession, but it's since our lives have been changed a lot lately. I guess I've been spending more time thinking about it. We've been sexually active with one another for nearly 10 years.
Oh, damn.
He's my fraternal twin. And though we lived together throughout that period, for whatever reason, no one has ever seemed to find anything strange about the fact or that neither of us are interested in dating other people. Lately, I know he's been playing with the idea of moving to the other side of the state, which would be far away from everyone we know. We could actually make a new start and introduce ourselves as boyfriend and girlfriend, as opposed to brother and sister.
If you're going to do it, that's
a
amazing.
To be cautious about what we do in public, which would be amazing. But then both of us would need to come up with fake stories and maintain different identities, so no one would suspect. I don't know. It's both exciting and terrifying. Oh my word!
So it's weird how common that is, because do you know that people that if they meet each other, it's happened so much. Siblings that meet each other,
like they've been separated at birth and they've met each other later on.
They have this connection, and they just
do it, don't they?
It's very common. It's strange. I guess maybe it's confusing the connection that you're feeling, not knowing it's a family connection, which it's kind of interesting that you get those kind of feelings without knowing what they are, like part of your brain or part of the body that we don't quite understand. Like it's like aware that it knows you, the connection. You're just stupid at that time, and you think that connection is we're destined to fuck. So, but normally when it's by accident, that's a bit more understandable. But these people are straight up like, nah, man, I want to bang my sister. My sister's hot, Have you seen her? Yo, man, she got tits for days.
That's so gross.
I'd love to know what age they are. I'm guessing it doesn't mention that. No. I'm guessing though they would have started when they became sexually active.
They're paternal twins, isn't it? So
I'm guessing that.
But
you keep saying paternal. What's that mean? Like identical or not identical?
Not identical.
Oh, okay. That makes a bit more sense because it'd be weird banging yourself.
Here's an interesting one. So I'm a
Hold on,
15-year-old.
let me just. I wanted to say, is it illegal to have sex with your sibling? Typed in. It recognises the modern family unit and defines familial sexual abuse as being part between a person and their parent. What? Even if both parties consent, incest is a criminal offence.
That's
Okay.
hilarious. Well, I suppose it is disgusting.
Between a person and their parent, grandparent, child, sibling or half sibling. Okay, yeah. Even half sibling.
Yep. So
But as you will notice on there, the one that isn't on there is cousin, which is weirdly allowed. You could, I know you definitely can be second cousin. Can you marry your
well,
first?
God, your search engine man is just.
Oh, I know. My first engine is
First cousin. Yes, you
terrible.
can marry your first cousin in the UK.
Wow.
But the practice is frowned upon in many circles.
It doesn't need to tell us that it's frowned upon, dude. That's obvious. It's the UK. There's not fucking what's a really random messed up place.
Well, it's because it's checking your locality, so it's giving you the answer based on
Kansas.
where you are.
Yeah, I haven't got my.
It's usually in Alabama, isn't it?
Alabama. That's
Sweet home Alabama.
Cousin marriage law is varied by jurisdiction and views on the practice differ widely. Okay.
I got one
Give
more
us some more.
confession. So I am 15 and I'm having a relationship with my female teacher. I got home from a school in the UK. In about 2 hours, I'm going around to my teacher's flat. For the first 3 weeks, we have been going out, and it feels absolutely amazing. I'm a girl, and I've only ever kissed boys before. I'm not a lesbian. It just happens that the person I'm in a relationship with is also a girl. So you are a lesbian then.
Or
I'm
bi.
15.
Or was it
I suppose-
pansexual?
No, this is more like a
Pan?
questioning, maybe.
Like pansexual, isn't it? Is
What-
that like where they're not necessarily attracted to any types of people? They're just
That just basically sounds like being a lesbian with extra steps.
that's what they say.
It's like
isn't
being
it? You're
bi with extra
You're
steps.
bi.
isn't it?
You are bi.
You're just a curious bi.
You're just saying that you're only attracted to certain like
So,
attitudes and
she's
stuff,
so it's
you
a
know.
younger teacher then. So she's 15 and the teacher's 26.
that's
But
still.
to me, the age gap doesn't feel that big. I mean, yeah, she's still like underage and still.
I get what they're
very
saying
illegal.
herself from her point of
Oh
view.
yeah, so it's only like 11 years between them.
yeah.
So I know every girl says this, but I'm mature for my age, and it isn't a big deal for me. I'm in my last year,
Yeah.
and this is the first year has been working at my. She's the first year this has been working at my school. We haven't slept together, but we have kissed a lot, and I've been to her flat twice before. We've held each other watching TV. I love being with her, and I actually have the biggest smile right now. It seems she feels the same way too. We both know that we shouldn't be doing this, but you can't help who you fall in love with.
I wonder what the legality is with that. With just kissing.
I suppose it's not sex.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
But is
I
it not,
definitely don't
is it-
want to type that
But
in.
could it not be classed as child grooming?
It it'd be, that's actually
Could
it would
be
definitely
child
be
grooming.
classed as child grooming.
I
Actually,
mean,
yeah.
I know the
Def-
legal age in
definitely.
the UK is 16.
But it's 50, that's still beneath it. It doesn't matter.
Still like the 10 years difference can still probably be classed because they've been going up
Well,
before
yeah,
she was
yeah.
16. It could be still classed as grooming.
Oh yeah, if you're like 16 and then you're with somebody that's 15, like then that's okay. It's like the
That's more
Romeo and Juliet
acceptable.
thing. There is a
More
law
ex-
for that.
Yeah, that's more acceptable in regards to obviously you are within the same
You're a
age
kid
range.
yourself, you were together. Like say if you're already together and then you got old, like you turn 16, she's going to be 15 for a bit, or vice versa.
Yeah, you still
Unless your birthday's on the same day and you're born at the same time.
still be
like
smart
the
to wait,
twins.
though, until it's legal for you both.
That's one good thing about the twins. At least
Birthday on the same day.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Turn
For,
legal together. Ugh.
yeah, that's one thing.
Oh, it's still gross, man. But yeah, so
It's
it
disgusting.
looks like she's a questioning. Yeah, questioning and currently seeing a teacher.
Man, she needs to not fucking. If she wants to stay with her teacher, she needs to
keep
not
her
fucking
mouth shut.
keep her mouth shut. Yeah,
Keep her mouth shut and literally like make sure you don't bump into. No one sees you.
Because
Don't go out in public.
that's one of the things. Like 10 years ago, you'd be like, "Oh well, it's a girl though." Like the law would be lesser for them. It always
If it was
was.
a dude teacher,
Yeah.
it'd be fucked.
It's always seemed worse. But nowadays, they do kind of take that into account now because you have the other sides and that saying that kind of stuff.
Well, that's the thing. If you're a boy and you're seeing a female teacher, I mean, all the fucking dudes were like, "Hey, well,
Yeah, of course, yeah,
hey, well done." Obviously, it's still wrong.
Yeah, the kid, like, well done to the kid. Everyone would be like, well
Oh,
done.
yeah. It's like, it always makes probably like fucking fair play, lad.
But well, I suppose it depends how it went as well, though.
Depends on the teacher as well.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
she's
yeah.
smoking, I suppose it's like, yeah.
And when you're young, you'd be like that. But when you're older, like you say the first, and you'd be like, "Oh, he just got groomed, didn't he?"
Yeah, basically. Yeah, she just,
When you're young, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, because obviously when you're 15, you want to get your knob, you want to get your knob away.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
you don't even know what you're doing really either, but you've always got it in your head.
Oh no, you've
Or
probably
15 actually. By
seen,
then, some people
probably
started.
seen some porn and all that. You know.
Yeah.
You have the idea of what's going on. You haven't done it yourself yet, but
Yeah, I think I was actually legal when I first had sex. I think I was 16.
I was not.
Ah, goths.
But neither
Goths are
was she.
disgusting people, you see, that's why.
But neither was she, because we were the same age.
And
Both
goths.
15.
She became kind of goth after meeting you. She was like
Yeah.
faux goth.
Yeah.
She was faux goth.
Shame actually. I wish she never changed really, because she was nice the way she was.
Really, that's surprising. As a goth, do you like the non-goth?
Yeah, I didn't like the way when she dyed her black. She looked terrible. I should have left it, man.
I don't remember what her hair colour was before that.
It was like a mousy brown.
No, it's not fucking different, is it?
Still, I preferred it. It was a nice colour.
Okay, before we insult the one that is allergic to alcohol much more, let's make a note of this time.
Allergic to alcohol?
Yeah, she
Oh,
was allergic, right? Well, that was what she said anyway.
I don't remember.
I swear, because she used to have like one drink of whatever.
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know. I can't. I've forgotten so much over the years.
I remember the ridiculous shit when I hear it. When somebody says something to me that I'm like, that's just crazy.
It sounds absolutely balmy. Could be true.
I feel fucking allergic to drink right now. I can't remember the last time I drank, and that's not because I was drunk. It was too long ago.
For a reason.
Huh?
It's for a reason, though.
Well, it's just like, yeah, because I've said on here, like, I get pain while drinking in the noggin.
Yeah, to be fair, you literally have a hangover while you're still drinking at the same time. That's fucked up.
To see what happened when it's a bastard.
It's like a. I don't know.
I'd have to take other drugs, to keep myself in a position to be able to not have a headache to drink through it. But then that's not ever a good thing to do.
No, mixing is never a good idea.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, well, I might as well just stick to the other drugs then.
Don't drink and don't do drugs, children. They're bad.
Well, no.
No, but don't encourage the children.
I'm not encouraging the children. I'm just saying, if you're going to, then do it in certain smart ways. Drink with your good friends in a safe area. Go to one of your houses whose parents are a bit more chilled. If you're going to do it,
oh yes,
do it at a house.
You can drop dead on their floor instead of your own.
No, alcohol we're on about here.
Oh, yeah,
I'm on about alcohol. Yeah, I'm not on about
drink.
like all the drugs
No,
and shit.
no.
Yeah, don't go out and do heroin. I'm not saying that.
Oh, good lord, no. It's not worth it. But no, drinking.
Other drugs, though. I mean, I don't consider marijuana a drug. Let's just put that out there right away. That's not a drug. That's just a plant. And if you happen to accidentally set fire to it and breathe it in, it has some effects.
So salvia, but that's fucked up.
Salvia is like created, isn't it? That's like man-made. That's not natural.
I just thought it was a plant.
No, I don't think so. Is it?
I thought salvia was a plant as well.
What am I doing? I can ask ChatGPT. We're going to do some ChatGPT now anyway.
Oh, I remember just all the videos.
Salvia, a plant.
I used to watch people like smoke it, and they're like,
"Oh,
there's a genus plant."
Salvia is a genus of plants that includes many species, some of which are commonly known as sage. I like sage. You burn that to stop yourself from getting attacked by ghosts.
Yeah, but you got to say like crazy prayer.
You do.
Latin or
probably
Spanish.
Latin. Probably Latin. Latin's like a lot of the stuff they apparently ghosts understand.
Yeah, I don't know why though, because it's a dead language. Oh, then again, yeah, dead language.
There you go. Yeah, that's why.
Dead language, dead people.
Perfect.
Stupid.
Hey, ChatGPT. It's the because it remembers stuff. Remember, this is the weird thing about it. It's the
only from one session.
Well, whatever.
So if you like log out or go away from it, it doesn't remember.
I'm pretending. It's the comedian and the goth doing a podcast. We want to talk about real world events going on right now. What should we talk about? Should have asked her how his penis was. That sounds like a fun podcast dynamic.
Climate change and natural disasters.
Actually, we need a voice for ChatGPT, I think. It shouldn't be in my voice or your voice. We need a voice. I think you can take care of that.
Oh, you know what you need? Just find a text-to-speech website. Just copy and paste it.
Oh, I can't do that. That's slow as shit, though.
Yeah, still it's funny.
It sounds like a fun podcast dynamic. Here, no, it's not like that.
Did you know, like, you can change the voice on your Alexa device?
Yeah, I did.
You can change it like its regional accent.
Yeah, I had an Australian one for a bit.
I had an Indian one. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Look at that. You have something to do your every need. You don't have to give it anything. It just sits on the wall. You don't give it any food. You don't give it any water, and it's an Indian.
It's like talking to a
racist bastard
call center. Had a twang to it. It's like a bit of a. It was actually, to be fair, actually listening to it, it was quite the stereotypical racist kind of twang to it. I was like, oh, that's a bit naughty.
It's not racist. It's
sounded
a call center.
It sounded.
You're through to a call center. This is Alexa. What can I do for you today, sir?
Next time you get a chance to mess with the Alexa app, change it to an Indian female. And
Alexa.
You have to go on the app to change it.
No, I don't. I don't know where it's even gone.
This thing's rolled over.
Oh, it's come out to power cord again. It might not work in that case.
She's dead.
She is dead.
And she need a Cortana.
It'd be interesting having an Alexa when it gets to the point where it's like, a walking being and it has an Indian voice.
I see. Like whenever they make walking robots, the first thing people are going to find for trying to figure out is how they can have sex with it. Let's face it.
Well, you mean they would want the upgrade that was obviously going to be there from somebody? They would definitely do an upgrade for
They want the Fuckmaster 4000.
Yeah.
With semen collection tray.
Man, I love that shit. Women are annoying as hell. One thing
like they have plastic penises, it's all fine. But the minute you have a fucking
Fuckmaster
4000 with semen collection tray, you're a pervert.
Yeah. Now, what are you talking about, ladies?
It's like they must admit that there's
they make a mess of it when they use them. I just collected
those dolls that the fucking some people buy, man. They are creepy as fuck.
Oh, I know, the proper full-on ones.
Like, could you? I mean,
expensive.
Could you imagine? Like, I can imagine that. But you could. How would you react if, like, you owned one and one of your boys were just mucking around, having a poke around your room, and just discovers it? Like,
I'll be fine with that. I'd tell you.
Oh, you would actually. To be fair, you're like, I own a flashlight, and let me tell you, it's the best wank of my life.
Yeah, you are. I'd like. I could never afford one of those sex toys if I had like a load of money, and it was like we were saying earlier about the holiday. If I could just like have a load of money, but I get a sex doll. Oh yeah, like you said, girls can have them. You go on like ChatterBait and all them, like the OnlyFans, and they've got like torsos with a dick and half legs. They've got fucking people cut apart. That's worse. That's murderific. That is
parts of bodies.
Yeah, that's
fucked up.
Although I did see one kind of fleshlight thing, which was like a severed foot with a hole in it. The fuck.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's rancid.
I've seen different variations. The hole in like the foot, the fuck, like in the heel for some reason, and the hole in the stump that was cut off, complete with blood and bone coming out. So you're fucking squelched.
Oh man, that's that's brutal.
People are brutal. ChatGPT knows these people. He knows the real world events that's going on. I'm going to get the text thing. Actually, will it work on this page though? Actually, it might not share the audio from another tab. So it might not actually in that case. I don't know how it works. If
you highlight it, can you click like read aloud? Like highlight the text.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You used to be able to like right click and like read aloud or something like that.
Let's just do the top one actually. So. Open in reading mode. Oh, what's this? That doesn't look like it to me.
No, it doesn't look like it's done much.
I mean, let me actually wait there then. Let me have a look.
Maybe you need a plug-in or something.
I'm just wondering if I can open like 2 pages at a time.
I remember back in the day, you used to in the accessibility settings in your computer, you used to get Microsoft SAM.
Oh, here we go.
And you used to be able to like kind of like drop it in. It's really fun in Microsoft.
Oh, look at that. That's just, oh my God, look at that.
Through the portal.
Oh, God, 2 ChatGPTs open, I just realised.
That explains a lot.
That's why I continue one. Okay, so what is it called then?
Text to speech.
To speech. We're going to give ChatGPT a voice now then. Let's go with that one. AI text to speech. What do I need? What?
Oh, that looks like a fucking. Oh, that's a fucking no. You don't want that.
This is the wrong thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like creating tracks.
Online speech. Text to speech.
Free text to speech, probably the best way to look at it. There.
That
realistic AI voices. Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay, we got voices. Do we want a male voice?
Female.
Want English? What thing do we want first, actually?
Well, we want to speak.
Actually, you know what? We was on about Indian, so let's go Indian. Why is it not here? Oh, that's Bull. It's not there. What's near to Indian? Gotta be something near to it.
Russian.
Urdu.
Oh, you do.
As long as it's not. Wait, is that language though?
I think it's.
Oh,
language,
it's language, isn't it?
Yeah, you may as well leave it in
Italian.
English because
Okay,
you
yeah,
start
we-
speaking a different language.
We need
suddenly.
English. Oh, we're gonna go UK because screw the Yanks.
Oh, you have a look, flick through the people.
Yeah, we want to find an Indian person.
See a lot of
actually.
white people. What's going on?
Yeah, this is bullshit, man.
Ethan, Holly, Noah, Elliot,
Noah.
Amy.
No more. That's it.
Oh, you're telling me there's
Okay.
not a single like gentleman or lady of colour?
Yeah, that's bull, ain't it?
It's all white people. This is
There's
bullshit.
even a kid as well.
Fuck it, pick Libby. 'Cause it's got a funny name.
Libby.
I hate
Oh, I
it.
don't like her. Hello. Just check. Yeah, yes. God damn it.
But then again, if we're using text to speech, you always have to read.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, will it come through?
Will it come through as in English?
I see what you're saying.
Perfect. No, so pick goal.
Huh?
Exactly. That one. Click next, and then copy and paste some text in there for personal use.
Well, okay.
Oh my
Oh
word!
no, this is not right.
I'll remove all that and I copy and paste it in there.
Did I paste it? I swear I copied it, didn't I? Copy. And then paste.
Why is it all backwards?
That is really weird. There we go. What a funny premise there by what's the name? Gull.
Goal.
What a funny premise by Gull there. Talking about how the weather has personality.
If England's weather had a personality, it'd be that of a miserable
Butthole.
bastard.
Yes, it would. I know sometimes, you know, it is weird though how certain times the weather seems to do what you hope it would do at certain times. Like a lot of the time, you know, like
80% of our weather is raining.
I think that's what it wants.
All year round.
Yeah, I don't know what I want about actually.
Like our weather is literally sucks ass.
It does suck ass.
Like,
but at the same,
if Australia didn't have so many deadly things there, I'd go there.
I've been, you know what, man. Since it's funny how it's got that into this though. Since like a lot of the shit that this government's been doing, the Labour government, man. Like I'm like, I just want to not be in England. Like I don't know if I was thinking America, but Australia's always a good choice too. You got a great comedy scene as well.
I wouldn't want to go to America. Just a little too different. At least with us, there's like a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
The language and culture.
Yeah.
America's a bit too different, and I don't like certain aspects of America. I mean, don't get me wrong, the people are fantastic and all
I agree.
that, but there's a lot of differences I don't like, and I couldn't put up with.
The only problem is though, Australia, from what I've heard, are very much like censoring as well. They're very heavy on that.
Because
that's what I'm hating about England right now.
Wow.
People getting arrested for memes, for fuck's sake.
I saw a video about that actually, like in the last year. Do you know, 300 people in Russia were arrested for posting on social media. Like,
Yeah, that makes in Russia. I'm not surprised.
Do you want to know how many was arrested in England?
5.
6,000.
What?
Apparently, there were 6,000 arrests made on people posting on social media things that were deemed unacceptable.
Fucking
So
hell.
we are worse than Russia when it comes to
Jeez.
posting on social media.
Well, I suppose they haven't got the social media to post, and I don't think, but that might be part of it.
My guess is like you tweet on X like saying Putin's a dickhead, bam, arrested.
I don't think they have X. That's what I'm saying.
They probably don't anymore.
I don't think. I don't think they have Facebook either. Have you ever seen a Russian person on any of them?
Yeah.
On what?
They live in England though.
No, that don't count.
They are Russian still.
Yeah, okay. They are Russians. By name only, they probably wouldn't be happy about it. But no, I love England, like the country, but I want to get away because of the government. They're two separate things.
I don't know. I'm not really been in love with the country because the weather's always shite.
You're not proud to be English at all? I'm proud to be English.
I'm not allowed to. It's racist.
Ah, fuck that racism shit.
We can't even enjoy our
I
own
think-
flag without being classed as a
I-
racist.
I think Tommy Robinson has some good points.
Quite frankly, though,
That's what you can't say
that's-
nowadays.
I saw a video of Nigel Farage talking about immigration,
All right.
and this lass was like trying to fucking bait him, trying to make him out to be a racist, going, "I'll give you 70 quid if you submit blah blah blah," and he goes, "Oh, immigration used to be a great thing. It was a great thing between like, after World War II and up until like the early 90s. Getting thousands of pounds a year for people coming over. Things were great, skilled people." And he goes, in the last couple of years, we've had 2 million people come over. And he goes, if you're wondering why your taxes increased, you can't find homes, you can't buy houses, everything gone up, it's because of immigration.
It is.
And we are paying for it. So it's like, then why aren't we just shooting the dinghies across the channel? It's like blow one or two of them up. I guarantee you won't fucking see anymore.
I mean, that's not even what he's talking about. That's illegal immigration. That's not immigration.
I'm just talking legal immigration as well. So we just need to kind of cap it.
Did you know Poland have passed a thing now where they are legally allowed to shoot dead anybody trying to come over the border?
Illegally.
Legally, they can shoot them dead.
Shit. Well, so any illegals trying to make their way in is like, nope, goodbye.
Yeah, straight up to shoot them
But
dead.
then again, aren't they on the border of Russia? So it makes sense.
No, they're not on the border of Russia.
No, they're not on the border of
No,
Russia.
no. They're near there. I don't think
sense.
so.
I suppose they're on near the front
I'm
line.
going to check that, actually. Oh, we got another one open, actually. Yeah, cool. Got both. Cool. We're going to check the stuff on this. Oh, that's why. What does Russia border Poland? Oh, yes, Russia
yeah,
shares
they
the
do
border
share
with
a border.
Poland, but
I
it's not
thought
a
they
direct
did.
border with the main part of Russia. The border is located in Kaliningrad Oblast, which is a Russian enclave situated between Poland and Lithuania. Okay, so
That's just an
kind of.
exclave. So yeah, they sort of share a border, but they don't.
Yeah.
So that explains why
They-
they probably didn't have that. So
they do talk about like how it's all most of the people trying to come through are like brought by Russia to Russia, sorry, brought into Russia, paid for, given whatever, etc., and then pushed to go to Poland.
makes sense. But then again, haven't they recently I remember.
But now they might not have as much. If they can just shoot them dead, then why you kind of change it a bit.
Oh yeah, you're trying to break into the country now. It's like the guard can literally just shoot you dead.
Yeah, as soon as you step over, no, trying to attack me,
There's
no,
no,
nothing.
"Oi, come here!" It's just bang.
It's partly in response to because they built this giant wall when stuff just started getting a bit more heavy with immigration and stuff. But then this came into effect because one of their guards got killed because somebody on the other side of the I say wall, it's a fence. On the other side of the fence, threw a spear at him and killed him. They showed a video of it. Like obviously it's blurred out the actual bit, but it's just literally like a spear coming through. It didn't even look like it went straight through anything. It looked like it hit his leg or something, but he died.
Shit, man. Makes sense. Yeah, they're attacking you people. But yeah, I think with Nigel, hopefully, like if we can get their party into power in 4 years' time, he may have a plan to kind of stem the tide a bit. Because obviously, I get people obviously want a better life and all that, and you can't. I don't really feel like I could stop them. We shouldn't stop those like seeking better lives, but at the same time, so many people are coming to England, France, and Germany as well. I think that Germany's got the same similar problem, and it's just you got to be able to start saying, "Well, sorry, we're full."
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, though. We say we're full, but that's part of the problem. Apparently, is because average people in like the UK and the Western stuff in general, are having less kids apparently, and apparently why immigration is being pushed on much by the government is because they need the young people, and obviously, as we all know,
for war, basically.
Well, just for didn't we just buy their shit more than anything? Get older and buy their shit.
I remember someone said a long time ago, because all the immigrants coming over to England from like Asia and stuff like that, they said the minute World War III kicks off, they'll all leave to fight for their own country.
Well, you say this, but like I've already said, in my opinion, we are already in World War III.
Not officially, but yeah.
Well,
it's going that way. I mean, look, you got
yeah,
Russia fighting Ukraine. You've got.
Well, before we get into that, then, like all I was going to point out is the people, I doubt that the people where we consider World War II starting, I doubt the people at the time knew they were in World War II or in a World War.
Well,
Obviously later on they knew, but I'm saying right then they wouldn't have known that was the start.
well, you say that.
Until after,
when
probably.
we went to war with Germany, we made an announcement. There was a
We did,
broadcast.
yeah, but the part that everybody considers the beginning.
We had formal permission from the Pope.
Yeah, but until like people like declare official war, like say if we declared war in like a month, us in America, the UN in general on Israel to stop the stuff or help them to go towards Iran, which is probably more likely. I don't want one about.
I can't imagine we'd go against Israel.
No, I don't want one about.
I
Of
think
course,
we'd
we go
team up
with them, even though we've told them to stop. But in the end, we are their teammates. We're all UN. That's the problem. But yeah, say if like that happened in a month, like where would people then say the war started? World War III. They wouldn't say that point. I don't think they'd say
it started with Ukraine and Russia, or yeah.
But then if you go to Ukraine and Russia, you've also got to go back to 2014 as well. Then, but that's what really started the stuff in Ukraine and Russia. Like that was when America got involved with an election and changed it from a Russian-friendly government to a I forget what it is now, a UN-friendly government.
Well, not a UN, it's fucking
NATO.
NATO.
Yeah, NATO. Sorry. Did you see the thing the other day though when Netanyahu walked into like a UN thing to address everyone, and they introduced him and just wafts. Well, I don't know what wad is. Wafts of people. I think wafts of people. Lots of people anyway. Just got up and left. People cheering him for leaving. People booing him that were closer. I'll show you if you want actually. Oh God, I need to see ya.
It just came in. I was like, no.
Yeah, man. No, just
you.
Nope. UN Netanyahu. People leave.
And he's the current president or prime minister of.
I think he's prime minister. Yeah. Where's the one I've already seen? That's a short. It's only a minute 42.
My man's literally.
Oh, no, this is, yeah. Yeah, no. These people, they've only just introduced them, so.
Oh,
some of them actually did know already. I guess they saw him coming. I've seen it from a different angle, so this is cool.
They all seem to be.
Starts more like now kind of thing is what I saw. See.
Some people are standing up to applaud him.
Some look like they're applauding him, don't they, from this angle? The other angle, you couldn't see the people applauding, but the ones that applauded for him. From the looks of it. Look at how many just got up and left, though, look. That's actually quite a few when you look at them.
You can see it all fucking around them.
It's not a good thing that the UN is so split right now, to be fair. And it's on YouTube for everyone else to see, like Russia and everyone, Iran, all them lot. But, yeah, then he goes on talking for ages anyway. So it's cool, but it's also not good that they're seeing that,
Oh, yeah. There's one ally they can get their hands on.
Let me just quickly double check something actually, because I haven't looked at this. Because he was talking about any moment they were going to go into Lebanon on the ground.
Yeah, because obviously they've had the way with Hamas. So it's like, let's go.
Israel launches ground invasion of Lebanon. Have they actually though? Israel begins its ground invasion. It said that yesterday and it didn't though, from what I read. They made it out like it was. I saw this. This a day ago, yeah. Israel tells US it plans to launch limited ground incursions into Lebanon. So it's been saying it's going to, but has it still? Well, it looks like it looks like it has, but it was saying this stuff yesterday and it hadn't. So I want to be sure. So look at this. This is from a few hours ago. Channel 4. They might not block it, hopefully. Rumble will be fine anyway, even if it gets blocked on YouTube. Hold on. Did you say they've already done it? Oh. There we go. It said it has. Yeah. Because Iran don't run the whole of Lebanon. I know they only run a part of it.
So Lebanon have been firing into Israel, and they finally said, you know what?
Not Lebanon, Hezbollah.
So Hezbollah
in Lebanon
is in Lebanon,
but they don't rule the whole of Lebanon.
So
they're pretty much
they've been firing into Israel, and Israel finally gone, you know what? you're next. Now it's your turn.
In a very broken down version of it, sure, yeah. It's a very simple version of it.
Yeah, but if that is the case, if they're constantly firing into Israel, it's no wonder they've decided to go.
Bear in mind, though,
to you now.
these are the people that they blew up with pages and cell phone. Do you remember that?
That's so bloody clever.
Oh, it's very clever. Like, I did tell you how we talked about that before, didn't we?
Yeah, it's like the targeted devices had little miniature explosive devices.
Yeah, they stopped them during thing. A lot of kids were injured and stuff in that though. Well, there was I know there was at least 4 killed because it was people. It was Hezbollah people, but you can't guarantee that all of the stock definitely went to them. Although it might have been a shipment to them, so that might have been okay actually.
But if it's so many, I think there's like an acceptable amount of collateral damage.
There is. I think it's, from what I heard on something else, it was like 4 people per 1 combatant.
Yeah, 4 civilians per 1 combatant is acceptable.
Which is crazy. You'd think it'd be the other way.
You think it would be. But then it's the same with Vietnam as well.
Yeah, you think it would improve since then, but war is war.
Well, everything is fair in love and war, as they say.
Well, no, apparently not. Though
well,
there's still war crimes, ain't there?
Shotguns.
Yeah, or gas. Oh, they were saying that they were going to do that to them. What was that? Interesting. Not Hezbollah
shooting into it.
Yeah, that's not. Oh, it's true. Yeah, they might just be safe. It's just a thing, though. Israel,
if you know where the targets are that you're looking for, you don't need to go in and just fucking bombard them.
Yeah, but well, then you got more of a problem with Lebanon itself, but they've already been doing that anyway, I think. Like Israel are very propagandary. That's one of the big problems with them for me, anyway. Like they made this whole thing out about the hospitals, but a lot of that's been disproven now. And well, there's definitely been proved that they fudge things so that when they finally let news people into it, they change things around. And they managed to prove that from earlier shots that they were able to get or some shit. But they don't let any news people into Gaza or anything at the moment, which is something you're supposed to do. You're supposed to allow them in. If they want to go in and take the risk by like the UN law stuff, you know, like you're supposed to let them because they're gonna be checking to make sure you're doing shit right, you know. Doing war crimes, they're helping that.
I suppose, yeah, at least that way you can get the rest of the world on side. If you go, oh, they're doing war crimes, come on, quickly.
Oh, Netanyahu has done a bunch of war crimes. It's just apparently it's okay.
It's okay. It's a little war crime, just a little one.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting. And so it doesn't actually seem to be definite that they have gone in. So that was a good chat about climate change and natural disasters, anyway.
War is a natural disaster.
War is a natural disaster. You're right, actually.
Pop cultural moments. Discuss the latest trends in music. Is there any trends in music, really?
Oh, what? Discuss the latest trends in music, movies, or viral internet challenges. You could share contrasting perspectives. What the comedian finds when he versus the goth's dark take. It's just assuming you got a darker take.
Wow.
GPT is stereotypical to fuck, man.
Racist.
That is racism right there. That's a hate crime.
Oh, damn machines, man.
I mean, that's a hate crime myself.
Contrasting perspectives. I mean, I don't know.
Trends in music, movies. I mean, I don't think we'd have movies like. I know you're just not into movies because you probably think most of them are crap nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the movie industry has not, especially the music industry. Actually, this is bad.
Yeah,
like a lot of them don't seem to have any original idea. These the newer generation's music just seems to be basically just taking older generational music and just revamping it.
Well, you mean like when it has
for the better.
When it has like a what would you call it? It's like in a song, it's got like a sample. Yeah.
It's been worse. It's been worse than that. There's one artist, I can't remember her name, but she did that song like it's basically the rip off of Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die.
Oh god!
Like, oh yeah, I'm feeling all right, and I'm gonna have the best motherfucking time of my night.
Oh god, really?
Yeah, it's just basically they've taken the entire song. They've even done it to Ozone as well. Their Dragon Seed on Tay song. Just taken the whole fucking.
Have a check what it is.
I'll probably look up on my phone. It'll be faster.
Okay.
But She's basically taken like a whole original song and just revamped it, and not necessarily for the better.
But you see, it's okay if you acknowledge that it's a cover, but if you don't, and then you just try and pass it off, though, that's where lawsuits come in. Is that what she's done, or is it?
Well, my guess is she's got to have, like, it's David Guetta and Beb Rexha.
Oh, I see. For some reason, I don't know why, I assumed it would be that JoJo Siwa I always hear about.
It's just literally
well.
carbon copy.
Yeah, that's fully it, yeah. But is it actually a cover, though? Like a proper cover?
It says "I'm Good" blue in brackets, but
official from them.
So they've changed the name of the song.
Oh, at least if they acknowledge it, then it's fine. But otherwise, it's just straight up the word for it. I can't think what it is now.
They must have paid royalties. I mean, they've got to have.
Yeah, basically. Well, they would force them to if not. If you do a cover, you've got to do something like that. I assume there's got to be something you pay, like surely.
You'd expect so.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see now, like what the Dragon's Dante one.
I mean, I know you're like, if you make money off it, you would have to. Let's say, so that would include even having it on like YouTube or something, though, if you're big enough, Oh, don't look at this. What are you doing? Naughty YouTube.
Seems to be David Guetta's like on the.
David Guetta does a lot of that kind of shit.
Yeah, taking like a lot of old songs and revamping them.
Yeah.
Because I'm just looking at like he did the one, he did the other.
But he is older, so that's probably all he remembers.
Have you right? David Guetta. He took the I Don't Want to Wait song, which is the Dragon's Dante song.
This is what? Oh. Wait. You know what, though, actually? We'll go off this now because I just forgot about one of the things we were going to talk about. And I know you're a bit more into that. So and we haven't got too much longer left, I don't think, anyway. We're going to the time space we're on about. Yeah.
Wrapping it up, yeah.
Yeah, so whenever then. So whenever you want to wrap up, tell me. But gaming?
Yeah, so gaming.
Hello, gaming.
Obviously, there's a lot of announcements and some good looking prospect games in the coming out in the near future. But obviously, what have been announced recently is obviously a lot of the From Software fans have really been after a revamp, an upscaling of a classic Bloodborne.
How old is Bloodborne? I meant to ask you that when you mentioned this before.
It's got to be it's got to be a bit old, getting on now. I'd say I reckon it was about 2015.
How?
Yeah, Bloodborne release date was March 2015. So 2015.
So that's old enough
to require like a graphic, because obviously
not too old actually.
We got a Dark Souls upgrade, we got a Demon Souls upgrade. So naturally, people are like, "Oh, go back to old yarn. That'd be great."
Was PS5 out then? I imagine not. Was it?
No, not.
Okay, so it's a PS4 game.
Still a PS4 game.
Well, that makes sense then.
And
whereas the one you're on about, they did do. I'm sure.
Well, they finally released it on PC, which has taken fucking a lot longer than they should have. But the problem is, obviously, the people wanted a revamp of that.
Yeah.
Instead, they're revamping Horizon Zero Dawn, which.
Did you see what year they came out? You know what year that came out?
Horizon Zero Dawn was a lot more recent.
Yeah, for me, it feels super recent because I played that. I got into that not too long before the sequel came out. So, and then I obviously have to wait to get the sequel because games cost £17,000 at the moment.
2017, so it's 2 years older or younger.
Was that on PS5 or was that on PS4?
PS4 before PS5, but you look at the side-by-side images.
Now, sure. Well, I might play on PS4 actually. I'm not sure.
There you go. So there's the change in graphics of the main character.
Right.
It doesn't look that much better, does it?
Yeah, big whoop.
Yeah, so it just seems a bit pointless because the game Zero Dawn was beautiful in its own right.
Oh, I love
it was
the game.
Stunning graphics, but it just seems a bit silly now.
It's not really worth it. It was already cool, and they did improve the graphics in what it's called a sequel.
Well, yeah,
it wasn't that much different, but better graphics and bigger monsters.
Well,
all that shit.
Well, I know that. I think what I'm also looking forward to is Capcom are basically releasing a fighter pack soon,
right?
And it's like going to contain some of the classic fighting games, and one of them is a game from my childhood called Power Stone 2. I'm really looking forward to that.
Stone 2.
Yeah, it's like it's a bit like how Super Smash Brothers is a bit. There's like a
What are you again? Sorry,
Power Stone 2. So this is a game from my childhood. It's like a proper Dreamcast.
That's any of these? Or
yep, yep, that's fine. If you blow that image up. So that was
that big.
That was on an airship game. Oh wow! Can't barely see what the hell's going on.
No, I can get a better one than that.
Oh, it's such a good game back in the day. So
what is it then?
So it was a fighting game. Like so you had to like deplete each other's lives, and you could use weapons and tools and stuff like that spawned in the stage. And there was what you really wanted to do is collect 3 power stones. And what that would do is it would transform your character into their ultimate form.
Right.
So let's say there was a cowboy character called Axel or Axel. I think it was Axel. He turned into a robot cowboy. Okay. And obviously, he had I
like when you because that makes me think of Altered Beast.
Oh, Altered Beast was a great game.
That was a great game as well. Yeah.
So yeah, your characters they transform into the ultimate form, and so you'd have like a limited amount of time where you're very powerful. And there was obviously, as you can see from that image, like there was little turrets you could jump into, chests you could open. But back on the Dreamcast, what I really loved was it had like a crafting thing going on. So you could as you played the game, you'd unlock items that you could take to the crafting store and then fuse them together in hopes of getting a new item.
Okay.
And
back on these kind of games as well, that kind of shit is like that was not normal to be able to do.
It was different. It was ingenuity. And obviously with the Dreamcast's memory card system, obviously each one of your profiles was individual. So if you had a memory card, like any data you had, like any crafting items you had, would occasionally pop up during the battle saying, "Behold the treasure," with an icon of the memory pack, and you'd open it for you because you have your player icon like P2, P1, P3.
Right.
You'd open it, and obviously you could access the weapons you've crafted.
That's cool.
And I remember I spent ages crafting all these weapons, and I crafted a weapon that used to drive my brother mad. And it was called the Megaton Hammer. It was the only weapon in the game that you could hit a person in their powered stone form and knock the gems out of them. So you could they could just got 3 gems, entered their power form, absolutely rocking your crap, and wham, bam, all 3 gems pop out. They've lost the power form, and you could just go and steal them.
I think I can understand why he didn't like it, to be honest.
Yep.
You're playing a game, you've upgraded your guy, you're like, yeah, I'm a badass. Someone hit you with a fucking hammer. Blech.
Yep, all that hard work. Those 3 gems they probably fought over to get their hands on. But it had a great story mode, like a cooperative story mode, and it had bosses and stuff like that. And it was really great for the time. And I'm glad that it's coming back because I really it's something I want to show my way now. Yeah, they're revamping the graphics and bringing it back.
Oh, so just a remastered version of that.
Yeah, because they're doing the remastered like Street Fighter and stuff like that, and some of the old fighting games.
Yeah.
So they're releasing I think they released a pack not too long ago that had like a load of Street Fighter games and some of their other off-brand fighters they used to have.
It surprised me that I literally was going to say something and it went out of my mind completely.
It surprised me that.
No, I don't know that one anyway. It looks like, from what I can see from it, it looks like kind of like a precursor of Super Smash Bros.
It was kind of style. Super Smash Bros. Originated on it was obviously more of a 2D plane. The Super Smash Bros. Back in Nintendo 64 land.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this looks much more 3D.
Actually, this was a full arena, full 3D areas, and some of the areas would progress. So, for example, on this part, you'd fight in the airship for a bit, then the engine would break, and then you're falling. So you could fight in the air for a bit, and then you'd land in like a temple area where the final fight would take place, and it was fantastic. It was. So you can see your health bars.
Yeah.
You got a certain amount of lives.
But are you going to play? I'll show this one up now. That one I mentioned before. The Space Marine 2.
Oh, I really want Space Marine 2.
Because I can imagine, I know you're a fan of the old 4K.
I played the first one, and the storyline was fantastic. I've seen clips of the second one. I haven't looked much into spoilers, but the graphics are phenomenal. And I like the fact that you can customize your Marine in this one, so you don't have to play as the bloody Smurfs. So you can change your armor. So if you play in the online mode.
That. I thought I thought you had to stay in that same kind of thing.
I think during I think during the single player story you do, but I think the cooperative you can.
Cooperative,
change
yeah, I saw that. You in like random stuff. You can have different classes.
Yeah,
like
because
different
he looks like he's
versions.
running around as a blood angel of some description.
Yeah, this
And
looks
then
like the co-op mode actually.
Other Marines are in the Smurf suits because
You say the Smurfs, I'm guessing you mean the classic blue one.
Yeah, the Ultramarines. I call them Smurfs because everyone in the community people call them the Smurfs.
Oh, okay. See, I looked at it and I was like, they all look like they're wearing Buzz Lightyear costumes.
Yeah,
That looked like to me.
I did see like a
Just blue
fantastic art
versions.
piece where they did like make Buzz into a Space Marine. And
That'd be
it
cool.
did look pretty fucking badass, to be fair.
To me, this feels like the hey, put that goddamn thing down. I'm trying to see the thing. We don't care about
do you know what's going on in this one?
What?
Obviously, if you knew a lot about the
Do I know what's going on in the Space Marine 2 game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. But just pretending I don't. Let's explain to people. For
That's a cop out. That is if I ever did get one. So basically,
I ain't got a clue, man. Well, actually, no, I do know part of it. Actually, I know that these those alien-y things are landing on a planet, and they're like, "Oh, we need to eat all the biomass."
Oh, fucking hell! There you go.
I listened.
There's a keyword there.
Yeah, they want to eat it all, and they're like,
Buzzword.
"No, you can't do that. We're gonna shoot you to death." That's pretty much it.
That's basically spot on.
And they look like xenomorphs that are a bit more.
So in the first game, I was
holding weapons.
You were fighting off orcs on one of the manufacturing planets, or a planet that had strategic things that were basically very, very, very valuable to the Imperium of Man.
So, like, if a woman was walking around and she was like, "I need to be satisfied," and they found me, it's like that important. But for guys, I get it. For these guys, I understand. I get it.
So in your weird ways, but yeah. So in the first game, you're fighting orcs, and then the chaos, this chaos space marines, because it turns out they were the ones manipulating the orcs so they could get their hands on an artifact to basically open up the web.
So they were making them go there, so they had an excuse to go in there themselves.
Yeah, basically. So they wanted to open a portal to the warp and unleash the masses of chaos. And obviously, your character you played was Titus, and he thwarted. I can't remember the chaos guy's name now. It's like I can't remember the Nen. So he thwarted their plot, and he was.
We got comments. I didn't realise
because he managed to resist the touch of the warp. One of his subordinates accused him of heresy. He was taken away by the Inquisition. And what happens when you're taken away by the Inquisition is you're obviously investigated, and then you go serve the Death Watch. And that's basically you take your penance. Like, you basically like prove the fact that you're not a filthy heretic. And obviously, in the start of the second game, now you've served your time 100 years as a member of the Death Watch. You go on suicide missions in the Death Watch. Jesus, he's on fire. So
I wonder if they could hear the fire in the mic then.
Oh,
Carry on, sorry. Oh, by the way, Callum, I know it's 25 minutes late, but and then he also put poo after.
Poo.
I don't know what that means. I think he needs one.
Oh, poo.
I only noticed with him, somebody else.
Not you, Seamus. Oh, poo.
What? Tell me what you were saying anyway, because I was trying to listen. I was just doing something at the same time. Because this game looks really good, man.
So, Titus basically has been.
Which one's Titus?
He's the character you play as, Captain Titus.
Oh, okay. It looks like a douche, to be honest.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I don't understand why these ones are being smart with helmets on, and they're like, we're walking tanks, the Space Marines. Like, we're indestructible, but they got their heads out.
Wow.
Do they put a helmet on when they fight?
Can do, yeah. It generally would be recommended against the Tyranids, considering they spit acid and all sorts of lovely. The Tyranids are really cool because their guns have living bullets in it, so they're like little tiny creatures that they shoot into you and then they eat from the inside.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's
really cool.
The lore of the Tyranids.
So they like, because to be honest, I'm a lot more interested in the bugs.
Yeah, the Nids basically only want one thing. That's just your biomass. They
just want to eat.
Want to go to your planet, absorb your biomass, make their their fleet bigger, and carry on doing this and wipe out whatever they come across.
So are they like, because when he said it, I was like, how do they land on a planet then? Because if they're just bugs, they shouldn't have any technology. But they've got their own technology that they've like created through shit.
Think of it this way: they're not technically. They don't have technology.
They kind of grow it though.
Alive.
Yeah.
So their spaceships are giant Tyranids in space.
Right. Okay.
And what they do is obviously they can infiltrate a planet very slowly, or they can launch a full style invasion by just basically
I see.
replicating these creatures and sending them down. In multiple
Yeah.
ways. Like they can attach to the planet using vines and just send them straight in, or they can deep strike them, just launch them from space. And bigger creatures like pod things that will carry them inside of them.
They sound quite cool. Imagining that. Actually, I'm gonna have a look at what they look
And obviously,
like.
Tyranids have no fear of death.
Tyrannid.
Yeah, Tyranid.
Tyrannid pod or something. Do you reckon would come up?
Especially if you look at that's deep strike pods.
I need to go for Google because I've changed the thing again to just go on this. Google.
So I'm assuming they do have like a sort of deep strike pod. So if Tyrannid, deep strike pod.
Deep strike unit. There you go. Look. Google finished before. That doesn't look right, does it? Actually,
No, it's not the pod. It's like I suppose it'd be like pod.
Yeah, I was looking at.
But I know they had some kind of they did show like a pod kind of thing off.
Space, wasn't it? You said. What did you say? Strike.
Usually it'd be a deep strike pod that would launch down. But they did show something in the game, like this kind of like orb thing that they were using to send in units.
Yeah, it might just be put a spaceship or something then.
Oh, the Leviathan spaceships, man.
Oh, is that the hive ship?
Yeah.
I mean that. Oh, I need to put big pictures on because that's far too small for me and the people.
Capable of swallowing ship's whole.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
Is there video of these things?
No, sadly not. I'm not sure if there's like 40K stuff that they show, but they are fantastic creatures. They are.
There's something about the fleet here. Let's have a quick look.
Because there was a fantastic story they did with 40Ks where like you get to like there's a space station for the
and you can tell. I mean, these are
and one of these things swallows it, and how their lives come undone very quickly.
That's kind of amazing, though.
Apparently, it's a very horrible way to die.
Because that's one thing I've always thought about, like, the idea that rather than through space, you're getting ships and stuff. Imagine, like, if you had like a UFO was alive, like in Nope, and it turned into like a squid kind of jellyfish thing.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine like, you're on like the space station up on Earth, and then this bigger spaceship just takes you into itself, and then it starts eating the whole thing. Like we're talking the metal, the plastics, everything it's made of, and just to get to you.
It feels like it's kind of like maybe where Nope kind of got some of their ideas from, because it sounds very similar to the thing in Nope, how it eats things as well. You can hear them dying and being eaten in it if you get near to it. That looks a bit too big to really do that, though. But yeah, anyway, that's been very good, and I think we should stop now, considering the time.
Well, yep, it's been an absolute pleasure as always.
There we go, that kind of thing. It has been a pleasure. I enjoy these things. We'll figure out a bit more structure as we go, and
we'll try and I'll try and get some more bits and pieces for like some of the segments. Like try and see if I can save some funny some Reddit bits
and all that shit. Yeah.
There's there are some scenarios where like you get great insults, you get like first dates that have gone horribly awry and stuff like that.
I might have to look at some myself actually, because I didn't know. I've heard of Reddit loads, but I never really looked at it and know how it works. I just did a tiny bit then when you mentioned like looking at confessions.
Yeah, because how you usually look for like subreddits, you put r/something.
Yeah.
So it's r and then slash, and then you.
Well, if you just type it in like in the search bar.
In the search bar, yeah. So r/.
So weird you have to put that. Like, shouldn't it just know that you want?
Well, that's just for that's for the main subreddits themselves.
Oh,
obviously, users are u/. Then that should be like if you're searching for specific users. But generally, if you just type anything into the search bar, it will link you to these r/, also the subreddits themselves if you use certain buzz or keywords.
Oh yeah.
So it's not impossible to use, but if you want to find something specifically like r/dark memes, for example.
Well, you'd want to say something specific, because otherwise I imagine there's just a lot of bullshit on there.
Well, no, you will be linked, but it will give you a lot of things using those words. So if you type the word just confessions, it'll give you r/confessions. And
I've never looked at
subreddits.
I always hear about like the Fighter in the Kids subreddit, which is where they just take the piss out of the people that are on it. It's like boots apparently. I've never known how to look at it because I've never understood Reddit, but I might actually look at that in that case.
I'd say definitely give it. I mean, I used to be like weird about Reddit, but I love it now. Just very interesting bits to read, and depending on what you're after, you can find a lot on there.
You can find messed up stories. You can find a story about somebody found out about they had a worm living in their anus for 17 years.
There was one story I read.
I bet that's on there somewhere.
I did read one story on Reddit where there was a guy who was a weirdo that he enjoyed, like if you got like a parasite or something like that, he enjoyed passing it on to people. So like if he had crabs or something like that, he enjoyed passing them on. He was a fucking freak.
As I say many times, if you can think it, they will kink it. Anything you can think of, there was somebody out there that gets turned on by it.
It's a weird ass catchphase, but it's so fucking. It holds so much weight. It's weird.
It's so true. I don't know if I created it, but I'm going to go on with it anyway.
Well, anyway, we
coming
to a close. This has been 2 Peas in a podcast,
and we are 2 Peas in a podcast. I have been KD, your comedic babyface. This has been the Evil Hippie, the Gothic Amigo, and y'all have been lovely.
Stay safe. Be good to each other.
Yeah. And give up your pod if somebody else needs it. Bye.
Wow.
I don't know what that means.